What? I can't see where you are. Do you happen to be a Dark Templar? Why you gotta be invisible? Is it cause I got gas in my ass simulator?
There is no shame in defeat, so long as the spirit is unconquered.
Hey, there it is. Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of a Thursday Brood War stream. A little bit later than usual today. Did a lunch meeting with some of my ex-coworkers. It was a good time. Got to catch up. We talked to them about, you know, old stories, fun stories, and talk about the current state of, you know, the tech industry and stuff. And man, it is tough out there, so thank you very much for supporting StarCraft in 2025. I hope everyone's having, again, a great Thursday. It is 80 degrees today in the Salt Lake Valley, which is, yeah, we like it so much. We do love this weather. At least I love this weather. Hope you're all having a good time. Yes, here, look, come. Okay, who's out here on the Twitch side? Lucky Noob, first person on the Purple Dimension. We got Jordan. We have Nimo Noom. We've got Savior Sword. Who else is in the house here? Jordan, did I say him already? Rockets here from California. Chaotic Tyrant says the Halo 2 campaign. Yeah, man. Falcon played the Halo 2 campaign co-op. Here, let me get you a link to that playlist. Check out Falcon Paladin Plays, folks. It is a good place. It is a good place to hang out and get Falcon doing other content. So there's that. And in general, here's a link to the channel as a whole. Yeah, Zilnar is in the house as well on the Purple Dimension. What is up, Zilnar? Let's see. We got that. We have this. Looks like everything is set up and ready to go. Red Dimension, we have Ivan, channel member Ivan, and then Calvin Fu is here. What's up, Calvin? Let's see. What did we get? I think somebody upgraded their membership while I was offline. I'm trying to see. I don't know if I got a notification for that or not. But regardless, I think we're here. I think we're ready to go. Yeah, Jordan, I did see your Minecraft stuff. Sounds good, Chaotic Tyrant. Welcome back, Yimmy. Good to see ya out here. Work's been keeping you busy. Well, we started this stream a little bit later than usual. So hopefully, you know, hopefully some people who can't make it to the earlier streams are here for the later stream. Okay, so on to the Brood War we go. On to the StarCraft. What do we got out here by way of super chats? What the heck, really? There we go. I think I put the wrong end date for that goal. For the YouTube there. And then for the Twitch, looks like we're good on the Twitch side of it. Okay. Great. So the goals are ready to go. We're actually neck and neck this week between YouTube and Twitch. Last week, Twitch crushed YouTube on the support, but there's a chance here for YouTube to come out and win this week. So, Revenge of the Sith. What's up, David? Ah, very kind of you to say. How's it going? Appreciate you being here. All right, so what did I say we have today? We have Bisu, Light, Rush, and Best. We're into 2024 replays today, folks. 2024. We're almost caught up to current year, if you can believe it. I got my Andor shirt on. Andor Season 2 is coming in like 2 weeks now. Really, really excited for that. And let's go into the 2024 folder. Oh, it's fancy. Let me hide it from you just so you don't know how long this replay is going to be. But it's Mihu the Great versus Bisu on Troy. First of all, a PvT here. Oh ho ho. Mihu the Great, the best Chinese player in the world. Pretty fantastic Terran, if you ask me about it. And then we have Bisu, the legend, on the other side. So let's get a prediction rolling for your Falcon chips out there. And top left, it's a red Terran. It's Mihu the Great. Top right, it is Bisu. We're on Troy. You know that because it is a desert tile set and because I told you that it's Troy. But let's look at it real quick in case you forgot how this map works. What are these assimilators doing in the choke between your main and your natural? Well, you can fit all units between these on the ground. But if you kill the assimilators, bam, everything is locked out. You have to shuttle things back and forth over through air to your natural and your main, and basically you lose the game. So you have to watch out, man. You have to watch out for these. You've got these at expansions as well. So if you want to lock somebody out of showing up to an expansion by ground, you can do this as well, killing the assimilators. Christian says, can you play Warcraft 3? Oh, do I have a win for you, man? I have an entire Warcraft 3 Reforged long play campaign out there on Falcon Paladin Plays. Go check it out. We did it. We did it when it was released. I did it, and it was a ton of fun. So there is that YouTube link to the Falcon Plays Warcraft 3 campaign. Savior Sword says, ghosts can still walk through if they're both down, but come on. We're not going to see ghosts in this matchup today, statistically, right? Not going to happen. Probably not going to happen. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to rewatch Andor Season 1 before Season 2 comes out too, Yimmy. I think it'll be a good time. Rocket says, boy, I hope we get ghosts. I hear you, dude. Ooh, 2-gate. You know what 2-gate says? 2-gate says we're going to send zealots over and we're going to knock down your assimilators. You can't see them because they're in the fog of war right now. But that is the opening here from Bisu. We usually see this against Zerg more than against Terran on this map, but it's very viable against Terran as well. There they are. And Mihu better be ready for this, dude. The Chinese player Mihu had better be ready for zealots wandering up 2 gateways worth of them and hacking away on these assimilators and locking you out. That'd be a bad time. How's it going? Oh, Christian says your distant cousin Turin has started a new bandwagon. What? What? What is the question here? All right, Zealot's on the way. Probe finds where the Terran is. First Zealot is already here. How's it going, freaking Starboy? Happy Thursday, man. So Zealot going to keep this Marine away because guess what? Oh my gosh, killing the guy building the factory is pretty rad. Taking some damage here, though. The Marine micro is pretty fantastic. Guess what? The SCV says 2-gate. I'm going to attack your gateway. I think you can find better things to do with your time, sir. And there you go. At some point, we're going to start attacking these assimilators. This guy's going to keep you busy inside your main. And then these guys are going to keep you busy losing your assimilators, which will lock you out of your own natural, remember? Yeah, this guy just keeping everyone, on. Keeping everyone on point here. The Marines trying to save the assimilator. SCV's getting sniped. Trying to body block the Marines. Ooh, the Zealots getting inside. We're definitely going to lose this one. There you go. One's locked. One is locked out now. Only smaller units can get through. Is that... I don't know if that includes the Vulture or not. Marines can get through. Are you stuck, sir? Can you get through this? Either way, he's protecting the second assimilator. It's going to be really hard for Zealots to knock that down when there's a Vulture firing at you the whole time. So, probe, I don't know, maybe worried about getting dropped, or maybe trying to see if an expansion's going to roll up here, going to build a CC inside the main base. But it's a 2-port opening? What? Mihu says, screw it, I'm one base. 2-port, right? Yeah, 2-port Wraith opening you. Because you made so many Zealots, you delayed your Dragoon production, you don't have a forge, you can't make cannons. I think this is a great idea. This is kind of incredible stuff. Let's go. So we got what? Bam, bam, bam. Double Wraith. Ready to rock out here. What do we have to deal with Wraiths, guys? One Dragoon. And he's not really in a position to defend anything right now. He's heading out. He can actually take some HP off of that assimilator. And maybe not worry as much about the Vulture. But also, we're making Vultures at this proxy factory. And look, locking him in. Ah, Mihu cancels it. Cancels it. This SCV finally dies after being here for so long. And here come the 2 Wraiths. The 2-port Wraiths. The 2 Wraiths. We got a control tower coming in for cloak on those boys at some point. Academy on the way next. My goodness. This is... Troy gives us some crazy games, doesn't it? It really does. Ah, we got 2 turn-in backs today already for Jordan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What can stop this? Nothing. Nothing can stop this from happening. Mihu the Great finds himself entirely locked out of his main by ground. I mean, he's going to have dropship tech because he's got a control tower on a starport, but boom! Shakalaka. Huge! A huge lockout here. Oh my gosh, Mihu. One base in it. He does land the factory here. He builds a Vulture to come across the map and try to kill some stuff. The Nexus is on the way for Bisu. What an opening, dude. Bisu. Yeah, man. Cloaks here. The raids are just kind of like piling up. They're just kind of piling up over here, waiting for a big number of them. Vulture tries to check and see if there's a cannon they have to worry about. Nope. Does a forge exist? Also, no. This game is bonkers. I might have to split this one off onto its own cast, too. I've been doing that recently. Because these games are too good just for, you know, the 20 people watching right now to enjoy them. The Wraiths jump on into the mineral line. They're one volleying down. Probes, boom. They cloak it up. The Dragoons can't do anything about this here. Oh, no. Cloaked Wraiths against Protoss. Bisu, no less. Mihu is doing some incredible stuff here. Worker count getting absolutely obliterated. Becoming decimated or half decimated. However you say, half your probes are dead from where they were. Yeah, one, okay, maybe 2 volleys. But still, this Wraith ball, 5 of them, dude. Getting the work done. 2 kills on that Wraith. I'm sure there are more on others here, too. An observatory means we have an observer popping out here soon. But, dude. Yeah, there we go. There's the obs. A couple of them ran out of cloak, I would assume, and then ran on down. What's up, Mac Goodrow? Happy Thursday. Okay, so 3 of the 5 Wraiths died, but, dude, 3 kills on that one. 3 kills on that one. Effective 2-port Wraith cloak stuff against Bisu. Ridiculous. Ridiculous stuff. Yeah, he's making a dropship now because, well, I mean, Terran, the nice thing is they can just build a base over here by building the CC inside the main and landing it, which you can't do if you're Protoss or Terran. So he's using his racial superiority to get an expansion probably faster than a Protoss or a Zerg would in this situation. Plus, he went for the fast starport with the control tower anyway, so he could have just dropped an SCV down there and built. Obs comes cruising in. Sees, okay, you do have a second base. Let me warp in a third base. Down south here, he gets that started in the bottom right spawn location. Obs getting sniped. Good scan. No more detection for you. No more scouting, but did see the extra factories. Did see the barracks floating in and say, okay, this isn't going to be like a ton of stimmed Marines with Wraith support coming in to kill me. It's going to be mech. It's going to be another factory. And yeah, we're Maynard transferring SCVs down here with a dropship and a Vulture, just, you know, for base defense purposes. Got another missile turret on the way. Man, I pulled a muscle in my back today on the treadmill. It's never fun when I do that. It's like a once every 6 months kind of a thing. Just bothers me the rest of the day, but it should be better by tomorrow. But I'm just kind of like shifting around in my chair a little bit, being all, ugh, 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 ugh. Whew. So, Terran just going into tanks and stuff. We're not going to go Mass Wraith forever. That'd be insane. That's not how you play against Protoss, and especially not against Bisu, who's been making literally nothing but Dragoons forever and ever. Ever since his Zealots kind of lost their effectiveness. Third base, already mentioned, happening nicely. Supply depot there. Got an armory, yeah, working on an upgrade. There's a scan. I scanned his own base to kill an obs is what that was. Yep. Yep. Nah, I usually just take a couple ibuprofen. Christian, that generally tends to do the work. Although I haven't taken one yet because it hasn't really reached the threshold where it hurts. It's just moderately uncomfortable. Okay, another ob snipe. The Wraiths? They wanted another probe? Could not get him. 1 hit point on that probe. What? Come on. 1 hit point. Is there an obs down here? I'm not sure if there's an obs down here. But there's definitely obs, or detection rather, coming in at the bottom right because he sees the race running down that way. How's it going? Dalaville. Happy Thursday, man. We got Mihu the Great. We have Bisu here. We have a lockout of the Terran from accessing his natural base on Troy over ground. And we have Cloaked Wraith Harass from Bisu on the other side of it. Hilariously. Is he trying to kill this cannon? He is. He's trying to kill this cannon before it comes up. Can't quite pull that off because the ground damage is disgustingly bad for the Wraiths. How's it going, Turgay? How's it going, Detroit? Happy Thursday to all. Thursday, and a Thursday. Man, I did a ton of Secret of Mana casting yesterday and the day before. So Wednesday and Tuesday, a lot of Secret of Mana, about 10 hours total played, maybe 12. And I feel like we're pretty close to the end game at this point. Had to do this really long section through a mana fortress where you couldn't buy new healing items, you couldn't refresh your mana at all unless you used, you know, the magical fairy walnut that does that, but you could only carry like 4 of those. So I was struggling, man. I had to use a save state a couple times because party members were dying and I was out of the resurrection stuff too. Brutal game, dude. Brutal game. Super Nintendo stuff. Back in the 90s. Not as hard maybe as Nintendo hard, but Super Nintendo hard is pretty difficult. Yeah, Starboy did a bit of a later stream today. I had a later lunch with some of my ex-coworkers that I used to work with before I got laid off, and it was great. It was really fun. We had a good time with them. We ate hamburgers, some onion rings, talked about how things are going for each of us. A bunch of us are at different companies now. Some of us are still at the place we all used to work together, but good people. I miss working with them quite a bit. So finally takes the third base once again. You can just build it in here and land it out here in your natural, and it's not that big a deal. This base is in a lot of trouble, though, for Bisu. Suddenly, his army leaves it. He doesn't recognize the concept of a drop. Ooh, almost loses that tank to a cannon, but, okay. Oh, look at him ready for the... Oh, my gosh. He was so ready for that. He was so ready for that shuttle to come in. He wiped it out with those Goliaths easily. Easily. What is even in this shuttle? A Reaver. A Reaver and a Dream, folks. Okay, lost to Goliath. That's okay. But taking down the shuttle means this Reaver is toast. We all know that. And bam. Okay, now the Reaver can get into tank range if it wants. It's not going to save the Nexus because it's dead already. Dude, Mihu's doing amazing stuff right now. Bisu was on 4 bases. Now he's back on 3 as Mihu's on 3. He has to bring the entire army down here to clear out this attacking group. Incredible stuff. 115 to 110 supply. Terran is up, not as much as he... Well, Protoss, rather, is up, not as much as he wants to be. And guess what? I can drop too, says Mihu the Great, all the way from China. And he's going to unload in the main base of Bisu, and the army is out of position because it's over here. I guess there were some zealots in the general vicinity, but my goodness. Yeah, these zealots rolling in, trying to take out these tanks if you can. And look at him, just kind of wedging himself up in behind this assimilator. This is a fantastic game. Psystorm blanketing the siege tanks. Softening them up, not killing them. You need 2 storms for that, or a storm and something else. Dragoons are trying to be the something else right now, and he will clear out this attack. But 53 to 43 workers for the Terran. Man, Terran is down. Only about 10 supply, though, on 3 bases with 3 gas. Not that the 3rd gas is being harvested yet, but it's getting there. Ultra! What is up, Ultra? How's it going, man? Legend of the channel. Gifter of hundreds of subs over the last month and a half. Truly, truly a name that you should know. He's a VIP of the channel in every name of the sense. Retaking the 3rd base there, and for the first time, really a concerted attack from Bisu here at the natural base of the Terran. And fair enough, this wasn't here a while ago. Storming those SCVs, though. Now, this is a very recent thing, this natural base of Mihu. And he might straight up lose it. This is some really nice micro here, and a macro out of Bisu. How's it going, RLC Drew? Hope you're doing well, friend. Yeah, I heard from a buddy just the other day. He was like, hey, yeah, I heard on your stream you lost your job. He's like, I've been unemployed for about a year. And I was like, dude, no, that sucks. DT's trying to defend this 4th base. Where are your scans? I don't know. I mean, at least they're going to kill a Reaver for it, but dude, no scans meant those tanks died for absolutely no reason at all. There was not enough energy on Comsat there. There might have been enough energy on Comsat there, but perhaps he was just too late with it. He lost his natural. Bisu's 3rd base lives. His 4th base is back here too. The Wraith harass continues, dude. 3 kills, 7 kills on this Wraith. Holy crap. 7 kills on a Wraith here. Just parking out of the natural base is Bisu. Even supply is not how Bisu wants to be playing this, but he does have Storm. It's the great equalizer. He's just gonna lose this command center. Why would you bring that back in? He's like, oh yeah, I guess I probably shouldn't bring this back in. And he loses it. Ah, dude, the Wraith's found a place to park back here. 8 kills on this Wraith. This game is nuts. This game is so good. Repairing up his dropships. I love that from our Terran player. Repair is an underused skill and feature of this game. Once again, we can sit behind the mineral line. We can hack away at the probes. At least until this cannon finishes. You have upgrades? No, these are 0-0 Wraiths. Why would we invest in Wraiths? Especially in a PvT. No reason to do that, but we are on Troy. We throw all of the old rules out the window when we're on Troy. Oh no, you're gonna lose your 8-kill Wraith. Aw. Got dragged into that cannon. A little bit sloppy control there. Did not have to happen for Mihu there. Could have pulled back to the dead airspace like this guy did up there above the chat. So, Bisu's up at only 10 supply here at 18 minutes. Not where he wants to be. But the fact that the Terran's on 2 bases kind of makes me feel okay about it from Bisu's perspective. He's got 4 bases. He's mining from 40 of those SCVs. It's too many. It's too many SCVs for the 2 bases. The 1 base that is mining right now. For Mihu, Command Center can re-land on his natural now. Spider-Mine's getting laid wherever it might be. Zealot bombing. DT dropping. Just kind of softening up the defenses for an attack up into the natural base by Bisu. Taking out an engineering bay. Going after this command center again. Probably. If you can keep the Terran on 1 base mining while you're on 3 or 4, that's awesome. That is beyond awesome. Dude, the SCV massacre with these storms is so brutal. 45 to 33 workers. I don't know if Mihu can come back and win this thing. I understand he's doing his best here, but dude. Dude. Upgrades, yes. For the Terran, 1-1 on his guys there. We got 2-1 for the Dragoons, 2 armor, 1 attack, +2 attack is on the way. For Bisu, no real signs of aggression. Like, there really hasn't been. It's just a solid tank marine push out. Tank vulture push out from Mihu today. He's under 100 supply now. Now he's like 50 supply down. This is where it starts to get real scary if you are a Terran player here. He's trying to sneak a base down here, but Observer sees all and knows all. 150 to 104 supply. He has to shuttle every tank out of his main into his natural if he wants to get out of here. That is so frustrating. So frustrating. Zealot's working. Why are you working on these? You want to lock the doors for this command center? You want the Terran to just have it? Mihu takes exception to that concept, but this is a lot of Dragoons, man. Now he's attacking the assimilator. It's like, only I can attack the assimilator. You're not allowed. Siege tanks getting blanketed by storms. Dragoons can't fit through. They're medium size now. Well, they're always been medium size, but this is locked to be only medium size can get through, which is what the drop ships are all about. Couple tanks. Nope, just vultures and siege. No siege tanks. Just spider mines getting laid back here, strangely enough. Yeah, if this base gets denied, I think Mihu might just tap out. 175 to 106 supply. His only hope is having this base. I don't know what that Eye Templar is trying to do. I guess cast a storm, but when you're unsupported like that, you're just going to usually die to siege tanks. That Obs lives and that Shuttle lives, both with almost no hit points at all. An attack into the natural base again. Bisu, Protoss fans, feeling pretty happy about this one. Gotta be feeling pretty good about this guy. And yeah, natural base lifts and runs again. If it doesn't die again. 2-2 versus 2-1 upgrading in favor of the Protoss player Bisu here. Psystorm in the SCVs on the way out, but my goodness, one heck of a PVT. We got the Troy lockout stuff. We got Wraith opening, 2-port Wraith opening from Mihu here. We got drops that obliterated Bisu's bottom right, but at the end of the day, Bisu expanding to the right side, having this 4th base up pretty quickly too, helped him get the economy he needed and the army that he needed to pull off a victory here today. How's it going to Vincent? Yeah, this is mined out now. This is not mining now. This is mining, but barely. And the Zealots can fit through. So here they go. Storm and the Zealots. That's okay. They're hacking away at the siege tanks as well, and I think this is GG. This is where this base dies. And Mihu the Great taps out in 23 minutes and 32 seconds. That is a beautiful win for Bisu. Man, you got Cloaked Race all up in here.
There is no shame in defeat, so long as the spirit is unconquered.
That is right, Phoenix. So many Wraiths killing so many probes with the Cloak up here. But Bisu didn't worry about it. He lost his third base. Bisu didn't worry about it. Kept macroing, kept making probes, kept replacing the ones that died, kept producing gateways and making stuff out of them, getting upgrades, getting shuttles, getting that Psy Storm, and then just being everywhere that Mihu did not want him to be. So very, very close. Very close early there, but once this base came back and this base was able to establish itself firmly, Bisu was in an okay position and just kind of played better from there. Got the win. So GG. Well done. 133 to 110,000 points in favor of Bisu outproducing the Terran, getting outkilled by the Terran, but resources to tell us the story here too. 15 to 10 buildings raised and an outspend of 44,000 to 34,000 in 23 minutes. GG. All right. Let's see what's next on the list. Hey, Bovine!
The divinity is in your vicinity.
That's a good one. Thanks for re-upping your membership on YouTube for 31 months at the Hydralisk level and resubbing at Tier 1 on Twitch for 22 months in a row. Let's go, Bovine!
Time to align with the design of the bovine slime.
That's a good one. That's really good, man. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to update our goals here then. Step away for a second, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with a BTS versus Light game that proved to be very, very fun. Also on the list, Russian Motive, SAK and Best, Light and Free. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Woo! All right, what up, Goat? How you doing, Goat? You're a meat popsicle. Where are you that it's cold? It is 76 degrees outside in the Salt Lake Valley today. Let's go. BTS and Light on Polypoid. It's true, right? If I remember correctly, this is the Zerg player True. He back. He's doing Brood War stuff again. He was in StarCraft 2 for a while. He's back in Brood War now. Canada went to 30-degree weather and snow. That'll do it, folks. Goodness. Top right, we got a blue Terran. It is a Light under his Kim Sabuho dude Smurf name. And in the top left, it is a red Zerg player. It is True. BTS, I guess. So, I mean, at this point, Light's probably favor, but once again, RJB doesn't send me replays where, hey, this incredibly accomplished player defeated a less accomplished player easily, and it wasn't even fun to watch. Those aren't these replays. Those are not the replays at all. I'm sorry to hear about Canada, though. Like, but I mean, like, getting snowstorms in March is part of living in Utah. But getting snowstorms in April is just part and parcel of living in Canada, I think. Unless you're in Vancouver, I guess. It's real nice over there, from what I understand. Probably not getting any snow over in Vancouver lately, if I had to guess. I don't know. So, real quick, I was talking about this the other day. So this is the stock price for SPY. This is just like all the top tech, companies are all in SPY, like Microsoft and Apple and whatever, Amazon, whatever else. And so, yeah, like over the last 6 months, it's been pretty like, I don't know, around $600 a share. And then this is what happens. The tariffs get announced, blah, everything dies. It further dies. There is an announcement that there's going to be a pause to the tariffs. Bam! Stock price shoots crazy back up again. And then we're back down. Like, we're just, look at these swings. This is not what this stock does. It's not supposed to do this. But when we've got somebody in office who's talking about tariffs as much as Trump is and kind of changing his mind on things, it just goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy stuff. So I don't know what to expect at this point. It's pretty nuts out there. Anyway, boom, hatch first here from BTS. On the other side of it, racks expand. It looks like no gas coming in from Light quite yet. He might try to throw down a bunker. What's up, Pavel? SOS loves him some cold weather. This is not a good time of year to enjoy the cold weather, though. YT Scene. How's it going, Flo? Yeah, YT Scene. I did 2 straight Secret of Mana playthroughs on Tuesday and Wednesday this week. It was a lot of Secret of Mana. If you need Secret of Mana, by all means, go to watch those VODs out on Falcon Paladin Plays. And yeah, what's up, Flo? Newcomer to the channel. How you doing? Good to see you back. Not teaching you how to trade. I am telling you right now that the market is volatile. And I would not try to time the tops or the bottoms of any of these swings. If you have a 401k, if you're investing for your retirement, just keep buying stocks like you normally do. Don't sell anything. I think we'll recover in the long term, especially once Trump is out of office and things calm down. And I do think in the long run, your 401k is going to be just fine. Don't sell anything. Like, look, here's the thing. The people that panic sold right here, when it was at $496 a share, like, they're screwed. If they have to buy back in at $100 a share more, that sucks for them. But the people that just kept it, okay, we're back, we're recovering. Now we're going back down again, but we'll go back up again later. It's just, panic trading, I don't think is ever a good idea, personally. And that's how I see it. How's it going, Top Shelf? The heck is the VIX? Is that a stock? Savior Sword says, buy lottery tickets and then you can retire. Oh boy. The Falcon Paladin channel does not support the purchase of lottery tickets. This is a lot of lings from BTS. And good wall here. Good marine position. It's light. He's not going to die because 10 lings showed up and started kind of chewing on his front door. Absolutely not. This is not... Why would you even try this? American Patriot won 50 bucks on the lottery. I'm not saying you can't win anything on the lottery, but it's not... Statistically, it's not going to be enough to retire on, which is kind of the goal here. VIX is the Chicago Board Options Exchange's Volatility Index. Ah. Can we get VIX up here? So what does this mean? Like, the higher it is, the more volatile it is? Oh. Oh, yes, I see now. It's like the 6-month ticker's like, da, 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 da. Ooh, volatility. Do, 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 do. Volatility! Got it. Got it, got it, got it. So trade on the future volatility? I mean, Turgay, it depends on what kind of a retirement you want. Like, if you want to be able... By the way, it's 2-hatch Muta here from our guy, BTS. Like, if you want to retire and travel the world and globetrot and visit 50 countries in 5 years... Yeah, you probably need more money than someone who is just kind of hanging out, gardening, golfing once a week, you know, visiting the grandkids maybe. Like, that's a different kind of retirement, you know? So I think people have to determine what they want to do in retirement, find out what that costs, and find out what you have to do to get there. Because no two retirements are the same. Yeah, and if your house is paid off, that helps a lot when you're retired, yeah? Sure does. Well, at that point, you're paying for property tax, you're paying for healthcare, food, the heating and the cooling bill, the electricity, stuff like that. But yeah, once your mortgage is gone, that's a huge chunk of expenditure every month you don't have to do anymore. Third base coming in down the left side, Hydroden with a +1. Okay, so Lurker Aspect and a +1 for the Mutas coming in here, too. Mutaflock? I don't know. I don't know if we have enough Mutas to necessitate a +1 flyer attack. There we go. Now it's an 11 stack of Mutas. I think these Lings are going to jump in with the Mutas and try to shut this thing down. It's a pretty big ball, though. They've got range. They have stim. They don't have +1 attack yet, though. Do you want to wait for the flyer attack to finish? That'd be nice. I love this Marine over at the third base. All the Lings come back to deal with this massive threat of one Marine. I think he might be waiting for that +1 flyer attack to finish. Look how long it takes to get that upgrade. There's a hive on the way. There's the scan. He sees absolutely 0 Sunkens here, but he does see Lurker Eggs with that scan. So he's like, all right, I forced some Lurker Eggs out of there. Getting some Science Vessels out here, too, from Light. +1 attack for the Mutas is done. So you want to try to go for it now. This is when you start seeing the pickoff. What's up, Design and Render? What's up, Big Wan? Come on, come on. All right, 2 Lurkers and 10 Mutas with a +1 attack. Pretty good, honestly. Pretty good defense. If there are no Fire Bats, there are no Science Vessels, there are no Siege Tanks. And there aren't. And more Lurkers are coming in here, too. Flo says, apparently I already subscribed to you on YouTube a long time ago. Haha! That's funny. You forgot you'd already subbed to Falcon years ago? That's crazy. That's really interesting. But to be fair, considering, you know, I've got 67,000 subs and like 3,000 people a day watch my stuff. I bet there are a lot of people who forgot they subbed to Falcon at some point in the past. Sounds about right. again, like, where else? Okay, if you're an American and you want to retire Ultra, are you retiring to New York City? Or are you retiring to Omaha? Where do you want to live? What is your cost of living in that city or that region of the country? I don't think you can say in the US you need this much money. It's like, no. Cost of living varies wildly from state to state and city to city. You want to live in Miami? That's more money than if you're living in Sioux Falls, Iowa. Or friggin' Billings, Montana, you know? Okay, Knight is coming in. BTS is doing all the right things. He's got 3 bases. He's got Hive Tech. He's got a Defiler Mound getting consumed. Light's not on 3 bases yet. Yeah, there you go. Top shelf. That's another reason your retirement would be way more expensive than otherwise. You got to look into that stuff. You got to consider. This is a lot of lurkers. Like, how many science vessels do you need to take down 11 lurkers? It's a lot. Sorry, 9 lurkers. I know how to count generally. So, Consume's coming in. Great. Macro hatch there. Plague's going to be next. BTS is playing this about as well as you can. Terran has not been able to pressure the Zerg player whatsoever. Oh, do not. He gets an Irradiate off in exchange for a science vessel, which isn't ideal. Not a big fan of that trade. RJB says, invest in real estate once you've got $1 million. Big Wen says, we got to take lessons from France when we protest. Got to do what they do. You know? If you want it to be effective, probably. Do lurkers want to jump on this? I think maybe they can. But they just go for the contain instead. Coming back to try to deal with this is Light, saying this contain sucks. Reinforcements can't get out here at all. If we split well enough, can we handle this? It's +1 Carapace on the lurkers. Plague is on the way. Not quite there yet. Where are my Dark Swarms? But yeah, the point is, retirement is complicated. Look at your personal situation, what you want to do, where you want to live, what lifestyle you want to lead, and then determine it that way. Don't just, you know, look online and it says, you need exactly this much money to retire. It's like, you don't know my situation. You don't know what I need. You don't know what I want. It's very personalized. That's France. Save your sword it is. Lurkers. Okay, Dark Swarmed up. Another Dark Swarm on that group would be nice. He doesn't get it, though, but his Science Vessel goes down. All right. This is very weird. Kind of halfway broke that, but the other half gets Dark Swarmed. I am assuming the Defiler got irradiated, or he would have tossed down another Dark Swarm up here. Would have been great. Would have been a great swarm there from the Zerg, but where are my Fire Bats? I've seen some. There they are. Group of Fire Bats coming in. Scourge hunting, and they're going to get 1. 0 connections. Ah, but it's a Plague. Defiler gets a Consume and a Consume off, and no. Oh, what? Maybe got another Plague off there. I think he was facing away from the Marines when he threw that Plague. That's insane.
You vastly underestimate me, my dear.
I don't think so, Admiral. You see, at this point, I'm pretty much the queen bitch of the universe.
Science vessels getting picked off after previously being plagued. That's what we're talking about. Okay, lurkers get cleared out that way. 94 to 90 supply.
Do you happen to be a dark Templar? Why you gotta be invisible? Is it cause I got gas in my ass simulator?
Hey, Big Man got to see a sound alert that he requested on the Discord a couple days ago. David Choi, man. Science facility dying means you got to make a new one to make more science vessels, which is why the Hydra Tech switch here from our guy BTS has been so killer. Look at this. He's sniping down science vessels and science facilities. 2 for 1 there. We need more tanks, dude. This marine firebat stuff is not going to work if we have this many hydras running around, plus cracklings, plus the defilers. Dude, this factory dying totally sucks as well. Science vessels, none of them are plagued. Okay, maybe don't just be fighting. Defiler, get a dark swarm off. Oh gosh, 2 right before the death there. Firebat gets inside there. He knows how to do this. He knows how to make it happen. Got to get some lurkers and then bring the hydras in. Finally taking out that factory. New science facility is being built somewhere. There it is on the left side, where there's a command center for a 3rd base, but it's not on location. This one is on location, so Light finally gets a 3rd. Is pushing in. Dude, another dead science vessel. Where are the dark swarms? You kill the firebats, and then you toss down the plagues. Okay, dude, this macro from BTS is impressive. What's up, Alberto? Probably in about an hour, sir. From now. Hydras coming into your 3rd. Run! There's nothing here! Nothing here to defend this at all. Run it. Run the command center, else it will die. And Comsat Scanner is the enemy of the lurker, so they're going to take that down. They could chase down this command center, but they're being very distracted by the assimilator. Drops firebats inside the natural base. 0 kills and 0 kills on said firebats. But a further drop into the main with firebats. Probably going to have a little bit more success here. These guys died. These guys, though, 2 kills. Little tiny drop, but also microing on this side of the map. Plague, a dark swarm here would be insanely good, but the Hydras don't need it against the plagued Marines, and Light GG's out. BTS takes the victory in 1648 with the Hydra tech switch. What? How's it going, Jack? Wow. Impressive display on 3 bases. Gets to Fast Hive, gets Plague, gets Dark Swarm out, and then goes into Hydras. We're expecting Ultras, right? No. Hydra tech switch comes in. The Plague plus the Hydras with +1 attack. Too good against these Marines. There were a couple times today where I thought, hey, you probably need to Dark Swarm these Hydras so they can beat these Marines that are plagued. You just plagued them. There hasn't been a lot of time for their health to go down. But no, the Hydras are generally fine. Wiping it out, busting it in, and Light simply did not make tanks. If your Zerg opponent is going this many Hydras, at some point, it's got to be tank-centric. You got to at least add 2 or 3 or 4 tanks to your comp in addition to the Marines and the Firebats, and Light simply didn't do it. This drop did not get nearly as much damage as he wanted to. Only 25 workers, but it was only like 32 before that, so... All right, so... Bam, GG's, that is a win for the Zerg player BTS here. More of the money did go to BTS at the end of the day. We got 245 to 228. Structures raised 0 to 5, and the outspend here by the Zerg was only less than 2,000 resources, but he pulled it off in the end anyway. Nicely, nicely done. Okay, what do we have next? Let's take a look here. Rush and Motive. Looks like it's next on the docket. So we will get that fired up. Big Wan says... Big Wan says, why I go to the Wendy's yesterday, a lady tried to steal my money and didn't give me a receipt. Then when she did, before I even looked at it, she was like, oh, I forgot to give you your change back. Then I noticed on the bottom it said check closed. She didn't even ring it into the drawer. It was $21.60. She tried to charge me 27 bucks. That's crazy. I've never had a fast food worker try to scam me before, Big Wan. That is distinctly uncool. Let's get a prediction rolling out here. Okay, that's good to go. Whew! and happy Thursday, everyone. Hope it's been a good one for you thus far. Top Shelf is like, wait, is Big Man talking about paying in cash? It seems like Big Man is paying in cash for things, yeah. Don't know what that's all about in 2025, but that's what he's up to. Okay. And we're off. Big Wan is a cash guy. So, Neo Dark Origin, top left, it's a blue Protoss player. It is Motive. And in the bottom right, it is an orange Terran. It's Rush. We don't get orange very much. That's very fun. I like getting some orange out here in our diet. It implies vitamin C. It implies protection from the scurvy. Yeah, and I mean, I think the problem, too, is that cashiers these days work with cash so infrequently that the odds of them screwing up are a lot higher these days than back when everybody was using cash for everything. What is it? Back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, I was a very famous TV star. Ugh. Trying to remember the tune. It's been a minute, though. That's generally it, though. Good old BoJack Horseman. I was on a very famous TV show, is the line. Thank you, Top Shelf. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think BoJack Horseman is the best depression cartoon in the history of TV. It's so good. And by golly, is it so much about depression. And, like, substance abuse. And, like, kind of being a crappy person. And what does that mean? Jack says in Taiwan he uses the cash all the time. I don't think so, Big Wan. I don't think they charge you any more if you're using a card versus cash, because they just charge you. They give you the bill, and then you pay with a card or pay with cash, and they can't go back and change how much they charge you for it. I haven't seen a card upcharge on a bill in a very long time. Gas stealing is Motive. Big fan of that. Big fan of the gas steal in a PvT. Very annoying. Terran unhappy about it. Artosis unhappy about it on his behalf somewhere right now. And we've got a Zealot on the way, because guess what? Zealots are way more effective harassing when there's not a Vulture here. Can't make a factory if you don't have any gas. No vultures for you, flyboy. Back in the 90s, I was on a very famous TV show. That's what it is. My brain got there eventually. I only heard it like 27,000 times. Ah, one rack's expanding too behind this. I kind of like it. Although, look at this. Look at this move out. Is this actually a move out? He's ready. He's gonna, yes, gonna throw up a bunker here to try to keep the incoming zealots out of his main base. Let's see if the run by happens. And he's expanding too. Because he's scouting it. Because he sees the late gas. He sees the early expand. Ah, all right. This is a good scout. This is why you send an SCV across the map when you get gas stolen. You gotta know what the follow-up is. Is this 2-gate pressure? No. This is, I'm expanding, then getting gas, says the Protoss. The Terran says, well, I can expand then. If this was 2-gate zealot pressure, I'd have to make more Marines, maybe throw up another bunker. Definitely not expanding yet. But now he can. So, great response. All it costs is the mining from one SCV. Totally worth it. BioCarry and Ultra say, yeah, some places do add an extra charge in paying with the card. Or give you a cash discount. So yeah, there are some places that will do it, but I don't think like Wendy's or McDonald's or like Walmart is going to give you a discount for paying cash. Nice SCV scout. Second round of scouting not allowed. Shut down. First factory of the day coming in at 420. Nice. Second base saturated from both players. We're getting there. 31 to 29. Total supply, negligible supply difference. Dang, Big Wan works at a place where you get 3 to 4% extra charge for using a card. Hot dang. Yeah, if I was going to those places, I would definitely pay cash. Holy smokes. That's a massive surcharge. Well, Cybercore is done. Robo Facility coming in, and then getting Singularity Charge. This feels to me like Reaver. I don't think we're that worried about Spider Marines based on the upgrade. Spider Mines based on the opening by the Terran. So, if I had to guess, it's going to be a Robotic Support Bay before an Observatory. Not that he's going to skip Observatory. He's going to make one. But my prediction here is it's going to be Reavers. Come on, Motive. Stop spending your minerals. And, he built an observatory out here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, considering Spider Mines is not even being researched yet, he definitely had the time to get Reavers first, but he appears to be disinterested in getting Reavers today. It's not happening. He's getting range for Dragoons. He's getting detection to deal with the Spider Mines. Looks like he's setting up for a third base here. He's trying to get just a third base, play it out. Maybe trade in, take out a couple tanks with your Dragoons, etc., etc. Siege mode's on the way. Terran is getting vultures. He's expecting drops after this. And there's just not. There's just not a single one anywhere on the map from either player. So, oh, there's the robotic support bay. Just kidding. There's going to be drops after this, OBS. We're getting shuttles. And throwing up a pylon over here to check for, I guess, vulture pathing. Really no reason the Terran would expand up here this early, but, you know, ninjas are not entirely unheard of, I guess. Whew. Okay, so I mean, look, it's Goliath. They're here earlier than they have to be, but, you know, better safe than sorry is what the Terrans always say when it comes to Reavers. And yeah, Ultra definitely saw that. We talked, definitely talked about that that little spike in the stock market. But here's the interesting thing about that is I saw people posting about Trump's buy now statement, and I kind of felt like it was him being like, please buy stocks because everything's tanking right now and I don't want this to turn into a full-blown depression. Like, trying to, like, will the stock market to go back up. I didn't interpret that to mean at all, buy now, I'm going to cause the market to recover a little bit over the next day or so. So, I don't know. It felt more desperate. But I guess from the president who has the ability to kind of make stuff happen, maybe I shouldn't have read it that way. Oh, shoot! I forgot to mention, too, I got 2 $10 a month patrons yesterday. We have to shout those guys out, and we've got to give them credit on the YouTube goal as well, on the YouTube production as well. Yeah, Goat, I hear ya. So trying to delay a third base over here is motive. Coming across these bridges is a fool's errand. Do not try to do it, no matter what you've got going up there. Bam, bam. The Reavers not dropping inside the main, here to kind of delay the push. It's another way to use them. They're very versatile units if you can use them properly, which not many people can. It's very scary to do this, but Motive is strong. He is from a line of strong Protoss players. He has a lot of experience doing it, and it'll happen. How's it going, Mike? What kind of fish you like? Fish sticks, halibut, trout, sea bass, non-sea bass. I'm naming fish. Sturgeon, catfish, goldfish, there you go. Goat loves some fish sticks. All right, coming on in. Can't let the tanks get this close, I'm afraid. Speedlots jumping in here first of all. Dragoon trying to deal with the tanks on the left side. Zealot's kind of getting it cleaned out a little bit, though. Push not stopped as much as Motive hoped that it would, dude. Ah, there we go. Fish sticks. Nice. Good to hear. Third base by Motive appears to be dead. This is disastrous for the Protoss player. The Terran did make it across the map. He lost some friends along the way, but he's here now, and he's ready to take down the entire Nexus. Also, a little Zealot bombing attempt. F, grade F on that attempt. Not good at all. No? Okay, well, it's over then. 2 base to 2 base. Terran is up in overall supply. Oh, hang on. Motive's got this top right Nexus. Maybe going for that 4th Nexus when he did was a bad idea, because the 3rd base of the Terran not even happened yet. This was 2 base plus 1 mech push, and he tried to get a 4th base going. So the saving grace now is that, well, you still have a 3rd base. Très bien. Sieged up. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Fresh fried catfish. I've heard catfish is delicious. I'm not sure I've ever had it before. Utah is not great for seafood. You may be surprised to hear. Not a lot of good fish here. Alright, so Motive gets the army off of its front porch after the 3rd base dies. And, however, top right base continues to exist. It's barely defended, but I'm pretty sure that Rush doesn't know about it. Rush is still pushing top left. I would send a couple, like 1 tank over here, park it right there, and go win, but I don't think he knows about it is the problem. Because our lake is so salty that there are no fish in it. It's too salty. That's why. It's like the Dead Sea in the Middle East. Kind of a bummer, to be honest. What is Utah's state dish? Great question, Goat. No idea. We'll find out in a minute. How about? So, Rush has got a 3rd base. He's at 54 workers. He's down about 6 supply to the Protoss, which is going to be just fine by him. Utah state dish. So Jello is the official state snack, and funeral potatoes are associated with the state and its culture. So a potato dish with like cheese on top is, I guess, the Utah State dish, and then you have Jello later on. I don't know, man. I feel like that's kind of outdated. I feel like in the 50s through the 80s, that was definitely more true than it is today. The 90s as well, but we've kind of moved away from Jello as a society, I believe. Yes, they're called funeral potatoes because it's a traditional thing to bring to a funeral. Alright, big ol' drop coming in behind the chat into the main base of Rush. Does he have to hold it? Not really, no. There's nothing to deal with this at all. Vulture's on the counterattack on the other side. Getting into the attempt to retake the third base. One cannon's probably not enough, but also this Reaver getting big hits off on a triple supply depot. Storm into SCVs. Motive, my gosh, holding on to that fourth base in the top right is massive. The three supply depots do go down. The Reaver dies for it. It's not a supply block on the Terran, but it is fairly close. And the shuttles are trying to get out of there on their own. Is there anything in them? Yes. There are. Do not lose these shuttles. There's still High Templar in there. 55 to 48 workers in favor of Motive now. 3 base to 4 base. Bit of a disaster over here, but that's okay. We're holding. He comes back around. Doesn't lose the shuttle. Tries to get another storm drop off on these SCVs with the High Templar. He's got 1 hit point on the shuttle, and he does get the unload, and he gets the storm, and he's got 4 total kills. I mean, not bad. 4 kills on a High Templar isn't, you know, anything to write home about, but it's also not incredibly depressing. Huge. This base for Motive has been the greatest base of all time. Yeah, Flow to 37. Fry sauce, it's like a... It's pretty much a Utah thing. You can get it at... I think there are certain restaurants that do have it nationally. I'm trying to remember what some of those are. Like Five Guys. Does Five Guys have fry sauce across the country? Can't remember. Doesn't really matter. Motive says it's time. He's expanding bottom left, by the way. I do not agree with this decision to come in here. Does he have any High Templar with which to cast storms? He does. The High Templar died before getting any storms off, so that's going to make this a lot harder. And he's got to fall back. This High Templar does not wander into his death. Ooh, that's not a GG. That's a pause. I thought that was a GG for a second. I was like, what? No, it's okay, Motive. You have the corner bases. You're doing fine. You're up. I mean, okay, you're not that up. This is still Rush being in a position, just supply-wise, that he's very, very happy about. Bio carry. No, I don't think so. I don't know what Korean fry sauce is. There it is. Those are the storms the man wants. Still not quite enough to take this base out. And Protoss getting shoved back because there's too much Terran out here. Even worker count, even supply is bad for the Protoss. But, again, corner bases saving him immensely. Let's see if these +2/+1 mech units can get to the top right or the bottom left and shut it down. Yeah, Big Wan, no time like the present, man. Honestly, just putting a couple bucks into like a low-risk mutual fund or a 401k if you can. The younger you start, the better it's going to be for you when you're old and retired. Okay, good. High Templar snipes. And this is in a lot of trouble. So now the saving grace is this bottom base. The advantage, economically, has been ruined. And yes, if you can get a work 401k where they match, 100% do the match. It's free money. But also, you know, if you can't get a job like that, do what you can. Do what you can. Set up your own mutual fund like, I don't know, Fidelity will take your money. If you want to set up a mutual fund out there for just a couple bucks. Not a bad idea. Zealots jumping onto the tanks only position here. This game is bonkers. Tank's dead, but another attack down to the bottom left is firing away at this position, and the army's out of here. Not even close. Here for Motive on that one. Yeah, Big Wan, 100%. Again, the younger you start, the better off you're gonna be. I didn't really start until I was like 30, so I wish I'd gotten started sooner, I can tell you that much. But 30's better than 40, and 40's better than 50, right? Do what you can. Zealot bombing on the tanks here too, but this time there are vultures supporting. Might keep these tanks alive, sort of. Get those tanks behind the vultures. Oh, good spider mine drag. Great spider mine drag. One of the tanks does end up surviving. Yeah, I don't think I'm talking about that bio carry. Okay, tank sieges. This is a scrap-tastic game, man. Still 2 even on supply for Motive to be happy about this. It's not firing on these. It's trying to get the cannon so the vultures can murderize. I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure we're done here.
I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy.
No, Protoss is not happy after losing that base. Top right base lives. Keep saying saving grace in this game, but that's pretty much all that Motive has to roll with. Sai storming the SCVs. Motive says, screw it. I'm not out of this thing yet. I'm doing fine. Dude, his expanding today has been incredible. He's taking this space now. There are not a lot of places to go on Neo Dark Origin, but he's taken the bottom left, the top right, this base, and now this base. Or at least tried to take them. At least given it a shot. But at the same time, the Terran has a really, really big mech army with +3 attack. And he is up about 30 supply. And slowing this thing down when you're under 100 supply is not easy to do. And I think Motive is about to go down if he can retake this base after losing this one. Yeah, you know it's bad when he's just kind of move commanding his tanks into your base that's protected by cannons. Very funny. Oh, lost a tank to it, though. Good job, cannon, and that's the GG. Motive taps out. Wow, this game started with a gas steal. Gas steal zealot pressure, which Rush was able to scout properly with the follow-up was and respond properly. And I think that helped him immensely at the end of the day. So, nicely done, Rush. I like that some of you people saw that gas steal and you were like, nah, Rush has it. Rush is a beast, and he is. This is a 2024 replay. So for all intents and purposes, this is today. This is like current day Rush, who was amazing in ASL 17, 18, and 18. And is still in 19. So GG's. GG's. Ba-bam. End of the day. Outproducing the Protoss. Killing the same number as the Protoss. Exactly. And losing more than the Protoss, but not by that much. A lot of buildings died for a 20-minute game. 14 to 22. And then the outspend by Motive was pretty substantial. 11,000 in 20 minutes, but just could not handle the ginormous army that existed. Okay, next up, we're going to have a SAC versus Best match. But real quick, I do want to give a quick shout out to my 2 new $10 a month patrons on YouTube here. We got bbox360. It's funny, he became a free member and then immediately upgraded to tier 3. So good on you, sir. And then That Witch Fell became a member of tier 3 as well. Just a couple hours later. So shout out to those dudes. I'm gonna update the doodad there, and then we'll talk about fry sauce. So we'll be right back, or we'll stay here depending on what subscriber level you are. Da-dun, da-dun. There it is. All right, let's pick up. We update the YouTube goal to be 25. Awesome. Alright, now let's check out fry sauce. What's up, Freezing Moon? How's it going? Okay, so yeah, so here we have... Whoops, that one. So this is fry sauce. This is just ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together. Kind of makes a kind of a pinkish sauce that you dip your french fries into. I don't know if it was created by somebody around here, but it is in all the fast food restaurants. Except for McDonald's. McDonald's doesn't offer it in Utah. They're like, yeah, we get it. Like, we understand you care about this stuff, but we're going to give you ketchup and, like, honey barbecue, and that's about it. So this is very, very similar, simple. I mean, some people do mix it up by putting like pickle relish in it. Some people add a little bit of barbecue sauce into the mix as well. There are a lot of different varieties, but generally it's just mayonnaise and ketchup, equal parts, mixed up. So what the heck is Korean fry sauce? So then we have Korean fry sauce, which is like red fried chicken sauce. Why are you trying to sell me stuff? I just want pictures of it. Images. Buy it now. Yeah, so like this red stuff. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Hey.
Thanks for content. Happy Thursday.
Footballero, thank you for the $20 super chat out on the Red Dimension. You're welcome for the content, and happy Thursday, dude. Red Dimension is crushing Twitch this week. This is going great for you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've had Raising Cane sauce. It's good. Here's my controversial take on Raising Canes. Is that I think it's pretty good, but the sauce kind of puts it over the top. Like, the chicken's good and the fries are good and stuff, but man, the sauce is amazing. Whereas I think with Chick-fil-A, the chicken is really good, and I love the Chick-fil-A sauce too. So I would pick Chick-fil-A over Raising Cane's for that reason. Yeah, once again, you can buy it. Yeah, whatever the heck they put in that stuff, no idea. I'm more of a Chick-fil-A guy for sure. Bum, bum, bum. All right, cool. Mike agrees with me. We can move on. But yeah, how did we... I think we're good. I think we took care of everything we had to talk about there. A lot of sauce discussion. Very exciting. Let's go. Boom. SSak and best. PvT on Citadel. Actually, sSak, right? I've been calling this guy sSak on the live streams and on my casts for years. But then I watched ASL 19 groups, and Tastosis called him sSak the whole time. And I was like, but it's an A. It's not an O. But I don't know. They know more about how the players pronounce their own names than I do. So top right, it's a blue Terran. It is sSak. And in the bottom right, it is best. Maybe the best Protoss player breaking tank lines in the history of the world. Just kidding, just right now. Ah, Mike likes Canes over Chick-fil-A. That's totally fair. Look, man, preferences are totally cool in my book, especially if they relate to food. I'm not going to get mad at somebody necessarily for having a food take. That said, RD in the Discord chat, Discord server, he just does not respect food at all, and all he eats for every meal every day is like baked chicken, baked broccoli, and brown rice. With no sauce, no seasonings, nothing. Just chicken, broccoli, rice, baked as healthy as you can do it. That's what he eats. And that makes me sad. And everybody who knows him is also saddened by it. So that preference is terrible. But, you know, most other food preferences I can allow. Yeah, Chick-fil-A not being open on Sundays does put a damper on their awesomeness. Top shelf, I agree. Ah, Dahami likes the Mr. Charlie's. Let's look at that then. Mr. Charlie's. They have unhappy meals? Why are these Happy Meal boxes so sad? Okay, so this... How has McDonald's not sued the ever-loving crap out of these guys? That's what I'd like to know. This? This one appears to be less, like, intentionally trying to look like McDonald's. Alright. I'll check it out. Check it out, Dahami. We'll add it to the list. What's going on? Nobody... There you go. There's the expand. Oh. Oh! 2-gate into... Is that a Nexus? That is a Nexus first. Okay. Nexus first, into gate, into Cybercore is best. No, says sSak. Absolutely not. We're going to bunker your face. The probes say, how about you not make a bunker here? No, Flo. These are generally ladder games, but sometimes they're from Pro League tournaments as well. I think. RJB sends me the replays, and I cast them. I don't do the collecting process. RJB is the man for that. Check him out. He has a YouTube channel. Oh, we're punishing. Okay, so now we're pulling the boys. 2 Zealots are out. SCVs are still coming, man. 2 Zealots against 4 Marines and like 15 SCVs. Probably not going to do great. They recognize that. They're running for it. They are getting out of here without a doubt. Just kidding. They're fighting. They're going to try to kill as many SCVs as they can. But oh crap, there's a Vulture now. Now this bunker's coming up and you SCVs are going to protect it. Okay, the Marines more are going to do that, actually. Fine. So, punish. That's it, best. He tried to go Nexus first on Citadel. sSak said no. Absolutely not. Not even close. Not allowed. And we're done. So, give up on your dreams, Protoss. Vulture is getting some probe kills down here. Like 2 or 3, nothing crazy. Most of the SCVs can go back home now, I think. I think they're fine. The range upgrade for the Dragoons is just getting started. Just getting started, so... we're good. Oh, Zealot walked across the map. He's got 2 kills on him. Pretty good micro by sSak. And should avoid letting him get another kill. Okay, now there's a tank. Best is angrily taking out his stress on this egg. Because his Nexus is gone. What's up, Purple? How's it going, man? All the way from Norway. Well, got the range upgrade now, but there are spider mines, great target firing there, and siege tanks. Yeah, purple, this is Best and SSak. 2 ASL players. Still in the ASL today. Alright, so we're busted, but dude, the Terran's got a second base already. You're just now replanting your Nexus. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad for Best. But if anybody can do it, it's this guy with the best PvT in the business. Well, maybe not overall, but he's pretty good. Turgay says Protoss needs to double expand now. Problem is, I don't think he knows about this expansion. I don't think he knows about this. So he's kind of afraid. He's worried about getting hit. I mean, there are 3 siege tanks and 3 marines, and that's going to wipe out 6 dragoons, maybe. Probably want
RJB
a little
is
more
definitely
than that.
stream sniping in this game.
Oh, there's your third Nexus. It's not crazy fast. He waits until the second one finishes and then tosses up the third Nexus. So it's not nothing too fast here. And I still think that our guy who is playing as last, who is sSak, is in a pretty good position, man. 41 SCVs. He's throwing down his 3rd and 4th factories. Awesome. He's got... Does he have the Spider Mine upgrade? Yeah, he does, because he threw him down earlier. He's got Spider Mines, he's got Speed, he's got Siege Mode, he's got the Holy Trifecta. There's this Observer parked inside the main, which is showing the extra factories being produced as well. So, yeah, he's doing okay. Best has some intel. He's ready to go. Did I forget about Terry? I didn't forget about Terry. What you talking about? Terry's not even in this game. Terry is safe and far away as he can be from this game. Oh no, Vulture Speed wasn't done yet. That's funny. So we're getting Vulture Speed. We're getting... Oh, there you go. Goliath range. We're worried about getting Reaver dropped, but so far, not so much. Citadel getting tossed up. Got Observers. Yes, we saw those. But no sign of Reaver Tech yet out of Best. Yeah, I don't mention him every game, Turgay, but I do. Every so often. You're right. You're right. I haven't been paying as much attention to Terry these days as I have in the past. And trying to set up a contain while getting a 4th base down here at the 6 o'clock is Best. I like that. I like it a lot from him. Zealot leg enhancements are going to be started up right now. Because why else do you get it? There it is. Leg enhancements. Once he has the gas, he'll probably start getting into Storm. Feels very gateway man out of Best. But as we all know, Protoss has the capabilities of swapping over to carriers pretty much whenever they gosh darn well please. Especially once they have 3 gases available, which Best is very close to getting. But you can start with 2 gas, dude. You can start with 2 gas available and probably be okay. So it's the calm before the storm. No Reaver Tech. Gonna be speed lots. Gonna be shuttles. Gonna be Zealot bombings. Gonna be Dragoons and High Templar. But no sign of carriers. No sign of Arbiters yet. Which I'm a little bit concerned about. I do like to see Arbiter Tech or carriers. One of the other seem to be pretty good against Terran, but Best knows what he's doing. I'm not going to second guess him here today. He's getting Zealots and Dragoons. He's getting legs. That's about it. He's going to flank attack a little bit with a group of Dragoons from the left side. Zealots charging on in. The Vulture's a little bit distracted by the Goons on the left side. They don't see the Zealots on the right. And, oh, Best just mind tricking these poor guys. That was great. Spider-Mine's getting laid down all over the place. Vultures on the run by down into the natural. There are only some Zealots to stop this from happening. They tried to block it, but tried to block it again, but the Vultures do get in. This guy behind the mineral line of the natural base. This guy getting into the main base. Two of them, in fact. Spider-Mining. And then, I'm not going to Spider-Mine enough to kill every one of these Zealots. Yeah, probably attacking probes is better use of the time there. But at the same time, dying with Spider-Mines is not great. These Vultures almost got through this wall, dude. Look at this. 22 hit points and 23 hit points, respectively, on these pylons. Hilarious. Almost made it. Is that what that's from? Purple? How's it going, Noah Drunk? Happiest of Thursdays, man. Hope you're enjoying the StarCraft. It's best, and it is SSak all up in here. Yeah, I think SSak's TVP is a lot better than his TvZ. So I'm glad to see him playing against a Protoss and doing pretty well here. Not that I think he's going to win it, but he's close. He's in a good spot. Duras. Gauron. Interesting. Gauron, son of Morel. Huh. Man, there's always new stuff to learn about StarCraft, isn't there? That's crazy. See you later, Jack. Have a great rest of your Friday. Thanks for being here from Taiwan. 127 to 141 supply. Best is up in overall supply by about 15. Now that's up to 20. Still not the 30 you want, but is here not to win. I think he's here to maybe make some trades out. 3 basing Terran, pretty scary stuff, but doesn't have gas there. 1-1 upgrades. No 2-2 on the way here from sSak either. So if there is potential to come back around, I think Best is going to find it, and he is making Arbiters. All right, this is a pretty good map for Arbiters. Got a lot of dead airspace up this right side to get a recall into the enemy base, especially if you've expanded all up this right side and kind of control that airspace yourself. Yeah, and Klingon Sav Cloak top shelf. Good spot, too. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, check it out. Gauron. Gauron. Son of Morel is a Klingon guy. And then Duras? The Duras sisters? Or just Duras, son of Jarad, leader of the House of Duras. Duras. Interesting. All right, back to the StarCraft. What's happening here? Uh-oh. sSak is pushing into the right side 3 o'clock of Best. Zealots and Dragoons trying to jump in there too, see what they can do about it. But the tank positioning over here and over here is beautiful by sSak. Holy crap. Vultures going to town on every probe in this base. None shall escape. The tanks will ensure that. Nexus down. Counterattacking is Best desperately up about 20 supply. Never mind. Makes a direct about face there. Can't be happy about that one either. Good golly. That's incredible stuff. Good job by sSak here. 3 base in it. Knocking the Protoss down to 4 bases.
I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy.
Savior Sword displeased at the state of the Protoss in this game, and I can't say I disagree with him either. This is 2 TVPs in a row where it looks very much like the Protoss is in an immense amount of trouble. Recalls on the way. Does the Terran have science vessels? I don't think he does. I don't think he's anticipating Arbiters here at all. or he would definitely have some science vessels. But additionally, he's kind of doing all right without it, right? Here comes Best again, the greatest in the world at breaking tank lines like this, but it's a pretty narrow situation. The Zealots all have to run into this little contained area to jump on top of these siege tanks. Goliath at the backside, getting some big-time shots off there as well. More tanks reinforcing from the left and from the back. And it did shove the tank line back a little bit, but he is not ready to go home yet. Hey, what's up, Psychonauts? Nah, I just started the stream a little bit late. I had a lunch with some ex-coworkers at 2 p.m. My stream starts at 3 p.m. my time, so I pushed it back a little bit. Stasis! Beautiful Stasis. Catching 5 of those tanks and a Goliath. Now, guess what? Now we can charge up on these guys that are siege. Don't have to worry about these dudes at all. All right, dude. This is what motive is all about, man. Spider-Mine's getting dragged into tanks. That's exactly what the Zealots are here for. And any sign of... Oh, I don't know. EMP tech. No? I'm not sure if we even have a starport on the map for SSak yet. That's insane. Yeah, Psychonauts. I didn't leave because of them, obviously. I'm still hanging out with them months later, but... Yeah, it's funny, because, like, half of them are on different companies now, and the other half are kind of looking to leave the company we are all at together, but we still like hanging out, so... Spider-Mine! Big connection. Oh, great job taking out another tank, but this third base is not quite in range of tanks yet. Can hit this pylon, but not the Nexus. Taking a little bit of splash damage, but that's about it for now. Zealots trying to get up here and shut this thing down. It is a scrap-tastic game here. Siege tanks down. And he's holding. He's holding on to the 6 o'clock. He's holding on to this minerals-only base, too. But the Terran taking away the 3 o'clock from Best is a pretty big move. Surprised he hasn't tried to take the 12 o'clock while he's putting all this pressure up on the Protoss. Maybe he's worried about that getting counterattacked. Yeah. I don't know if that's true, Dahami. I just think the company did a really good job hiring cool people for a while there, and just kind of worked out. Just made some friends, you know? I don't know. SSak's not expanding. All right. Once again, Best showing us who he is. Getting a stasis off on 2 of the tanks. Getting a secondary stasis off on 3 of the tanks. And 2 of the Goliaths. 4 tanks remain unfrozen in this situation. If he can get into that 3 o'clock, I think Best can pull out a victory here. The question is, can he pull that off? I don't know, dude. He's trying. He does take out pretty much every siege tank is gone now, or stasis. So no, Best decides, no, I cannot. Taps out. And SSak pulls it out, man. He wasn't exactly on fire economically. 50 workers. Really only mining on this space and this space at 20 minutes. I guess his natural is around for another few seconds, but yeah, man, taking this away. Just taking it away from Best, not allowing him to have it back, and then kind of keeping an eye on the rest of these bases to see. But yeah, Best couldn't break it. It was too much. Even with the Arbiter tech, he couldn't break it. That's impressive, dude. SSak getting a killer win against one of the better PvT players in the world here in Best. So SSak pulls it off. Yeah, going for that Nexus first and then losing it was really problematic. Farewell, bet on sSak. Good job, Farewell. And then the outspend here by Best was fairly small for a 20-minute game, only about 2,000 resources. Not going to get it done. Discord is driving me crazy. Discord is doing this thing where it's like, you have a notification. And I'm like, where is it, Discord? And it's like, I don't know. Man, I think there's an update or something that causes problems. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. Do we want... something... Maybe a PvZ. Have we done a PvZ today? We haven't, have we? A lot of PvT. Let's try this. We have a Rich versus Speed game on Pantheon. Interesting. So Rich and Speed. Let's get a prediction rolling out there. Turgay's like, we demand a larva. Well, come spend some channel points out on Twitch and demand some larva. Turgay. Top left of Pantheon. It's a white Protoss player. It is Rich. And at the bottom left, it's ASL 19 Darlings Speed. Speed and sSak, I think. Or maybe the two darlings of ASL 19. Two up-and-coming players who haven't really broken in here all that much before. sSak especially. Speed was here last year. He was here, well, in the last ASL anyway. sSak wasn't, but Speed's great. Speed is incredible. He took down... Did he take down Light or something? He took down somebody, Royal, in a TVT in the round of 24. That was an impressive, impressive game. No, Turgay. You just join Twitch. It's free. You watch on Twitch. You earn channel points for free. And then you can demand Falcon does stuff with them. Like cast a specific player or a specific matchup. Eat a cookie. I need to add one in there that does push-ups, I guess. Hamster was talking about that the other day. It is Savior Sword. You can tell time. You know when I said about an hour was left, right? So no proxies, nothing crazy here. Both players building inside their mains. Gateway, racks, gas coming in from the Terran. Gas coming in from the Protoss. So both players are respecting the other one. They probably know who they are. I'm sure Naughty is a Smurf name that Rich has been using quite a bit over the last year or so. Again, this is a 2024 replay. I think House Cat would certainly try to catch the nuke dot bio carry 100%. Yes. So we'll see who expands first, right? Factory, Cybercore, they both provide the same purpose in PvT. To be safe in case somebody else is going, you know, a very aggressive build against you. The Factory gives you safety, the Cybercore gives you safety. But from there, it comes down to who wants to expand versus who wants to be aggressive with this stuff. Try to see if anybody's going to be the one who's going to move out here first or not. Yep, Dragoon pushing out. There's the expansion from Rich. So he expands first. Let's see if Speed He's going to try to fight. Ooh, he gets the first hits off on this Dragoon. That's pretty good. SCV gets in the scout, sees nothing crazy, sees no fast robo. Saw the expansion too, so he knows what's up with that. Still not an expansion here from Speed. But he's also not building a second. No, he is. Oh, up here. Oh, up there. That's where he's building a second factory. So he's building vultures out of a second fact that he's hiding. He also looks like he wants Rich not to notice that there's not a base down here. He's trying to, I guess he doesn't have a bunker though, so I assume maybe that's a pretty big tell. Okay, Marines and siege tanks with an SCV on the move out, plus a vulture coming from an unexpected angle. Here for Rich. Can he hold against this one base aggression out of Speed? It is Speed we're talking about here. Spider Mine. Oh, good target fire. Great target fire on the Spider Mine. That first Spider Mine getting wiped out is big. Of course, he's got two more where those came from. Imagine if Spider Mines, like, replenished over time. You use your first three, and then, like, you get another one after 5 minutes, and another one after another 5 minutes. We'd probably see players using vultures a little differently, huh? Man, Protoss would hate that. I don't know how crazy OP it would be, but it would make vultures less expendable. Here's the engage. Marines, target fire and probes. They're pretty good at doing that. Siege tanks on the backside going after the Dragoons as much as they can. A Spider Mine inside the natural base means you got to be very careful coming in here. Only one Spider Mine there, though. Spider Mining the ramp. You got to back out. That Spider Mine is a force mover. It zones you out of that position with your Dragoons. It really sucks. What's up, music with John? That's right. Got the evening Rude War today. And my gosh, I don't know if Rich can hold this. He just lost. He did kill one of the tanks, lost a Dragoon, but Spider Mines are getting seeded all around your gateway. Gonna pop out and get hit by a Spider Mine immediately. And then you're trapped in here. You can't micro this guy because if you move, you're gonna get Spider Mined. Ah, that sucks. Dragging it. Oh, dude. Oh, Vulture dies, but a Vulture for a Dragoon is a great trade, and that's it. GG Speed in a 5-minute PVT. Pulls it off with a little one base attack. Proxy factory, part of the play there. I don't know that he needed to proxy that. I mean, he kind of just walked up the map and said, ta-da, here I am. But I guess if what was scouted was Marines and a siege tank, and then suddenly there are vultures here, that's a little bit of a surprise for Rich. So good job, Speed. Way to take him down, man. That is what we are talking about in TVP. So, again, Protoss struggling immensely today in PVT, but tomorrow's another day. We'll be back with more StarCraft on Friday. And hopefully we can get something a little bit better. How's it going, Draco?
I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy.
Yeah, reasonable. Reasonable enough. Man, all right, let's head out to US West BattleNet. I gotta grab these replays out of the folder so we don't cast them again. Let's see, we did Mihu and Bisu, we did BTS and Light, Russian Motive, SSak and Best. And then we have a Rich versus Ux. Here, 1554, yeah, 1554. Okay, out of the folder, US West BattleNet, engage. Ultra's like, I don't know if I can play today. does take a lot of it out, you know, long days. Let's do a Steal the Bacon. I don't think we did one on Monday. So let's get that back in the rotation here. We've just got a couple people, and so that's usually best. So come to US West BattleNet. You know the drill. If you have questions about how to join, let me know. Somebody can toss up a little refresher for you in the chat as well. There we go. Got me in the observation spot where you want to be to get the alerts and stuff, which is nice. How's it going to Veet? Purple. Yeah, absolutely. Join in. These are not world beaters out here. Right? SOS, happy, save your sword. How do I get in? Happy's like, you're in. Yes, you pulled it off. That's a Hopperoonie in. Big Crazy! Turgay is in. So Terran, Protoss, Xur, good group. I like it. Good group. Let's go. Aaron says, I hope we never become the United States of Canadian Americas. So here's my thing. Yeah, Trump was talking about annexing Canada, but that was weeks or months ago now. I don't think I've heard any attention paid to Canada at all. And yet every Canadian friend that I have is like convinced we're going to invade Canada tomorrow. And I mean, look, I hesitate to predict what President Trump is going to do because he's a wild card and what he does never makes any sense to me. But I think he'd be talking about it more if he was planning on doing something. I think it was an idea that somebody had weeks ago and then they moved on to this tariff stuff. I don't think they're even mentioning Canada, let alone annexing Canada anymore at all. So I'm just letting you know. Maybe rest your head. I think it's going to be okay. That's my take on this whole thing. Starting up a prediction. Who wins? Save your sword is green. We've got Big Crazy is brown, as he likes to be, generally. Happy's red, as he likes to be. Everybody has their color. And then we've got SOS, who's blue. He likes being blue. Yeah, purple, the mass confusion strategy, right? I tend to agree with what that's happening. All right, kids. What do we got? Let's see what Save Your Sword does here. Is he going to go for the gate expand opening, which allows him to get some zealot pressure up to the middle, maybe get a capture or two early game? But at the same time, the Terrans on the map have done a pretty good job of being like, we're going to show up with the vultures and shut down your little zealot stuff. So actually, here on Retro, Save Your Sword goes for a Nexus first, which does get scouted by Big Crazy, who's going hatch first himself, so we can't do much about it. But it is good to note regardless. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I thought Wars of Conquest were pretty much over after World War II. We kind of collectively agreed that Wars of Conquest are stupid, even though that's what we had done for the preceding 800,000 years. 50,000 years of humanity, right? But then Russia couldn't keep their hands to theirself and kind of changed the game, yeah? Kind of said, oh, you thought those were over. Not so much. Academy coming in up here from from Happy. Not expanding yet. He's going Rax Factory Academy. I don't know if he wants Comsat because he's potentially worried about DTs or something, but we got a minute 50 left, and there's the bunker up. Bunker up to buy SOS. Not expanding himself either. So the Terrans are both going factories before expand. The Zergs are expanding, or the Zerg is expanding, and the Protoss is expanding as well. Well, the nice thing is that drinking water falls from the sky. So set up a couple rain barrels, and you'll be surprised how far you can get on that. Depends on where you live. Depends on, you know, how deserty your environment is. SOS is like, I didn't saturate my gas. Bunker's out here a little bit early, too, but I think that's all right. So Dragoon's coming out. That's the range upgrades spinning for our guy, Savior Sword. Ten seconds to a capture attempt. And there it is. Picks it up. Runs with it. Beautifully executed. Again, the person who gets the first capture is not usually the person that wins. And because I'm an OBS within a player spot on this map, I get the pings on the map to show me where it is, which is friggin' awesome. Although if it's inside a dropship or an overlord or something, it kind of freaks out and says it's back in the center when it's not. So you got to keep that in mind. Does he have another SCV ready to grab this? He just kind of, he's like, all right, one kill was good enough. And then I was going to give Savior Sword this one. Interesting. He just wanted the one capture. Psychonauts is like, you got to kill Savior, man. Well, you're not in here to stop him, so who's going to do it now? Big Crazy, maybe. Okay, one capture, and he's just about got another probe up here for capturing purposes. Yes, Play Drum. You can strategically delay your capture by just kind of putting your worker out here until the timer runs out. You do have about 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something to make the capture, and then it goes back to the middle. So you can delay the capture, but you can't hold it forever. That's something we've actually added into this map over time, is this whole, you know, you've got this time to capture the flag. You can't sit on it indefinitely. And Savior Sword just kind of racking up the captures, you guys. Big Crazy's getting a 4th hatchery. He's got a Hydra Den. He's got a Sunken up, like he's worried about someone's going to come try to kill him. Here comes a big Marine Siege Tank Medic Army. Out of Happy. Not doing anything crazy. I thought maybe it'd be like Mass Wraith or something. Okay, well, Siege Tanks are here from SOS. Siege Tanks are here from Happy. So these guys might end up firing on each other, or I don't know. Is he really going to try to break a bunker Siege Tank line with Marines? Repair, not enough. Okay, that's a pretty big win from Happy. Jumping on top of that Siege Tank takes it out. Only one tank left. Get inside the minimum attack range, Marine. No. Minimum. No, don't heal each other. Heal the Marine. Oh, no. And we got dropship caps here from Happy. So now, see, it pings the middle because the flag's inside a dropship and the game does not know where it is. It can't track its position, which is hilarious. Cool. So we're going to have a 3-1-1 situation here. Happy 1, SOS 1. And Savior Sword 3. Big Crazy is going to show up with a big Hydro Lurker army at some point. He's also getting a Hive. But 4 base, pretty good stuff. And nobody seems to be wanting to bother him, because he's not going for any captures. Oh! Savior Sword's got a DT in. That's not happening. There's a cap from Happy. And, oh, I think he thought he picked that up. He's like, wait, what? I thought I had that. Yeah. Go back, grab it, run. Oh, gosh. Savior Sword says, storm that. He walks right into the storm. Doesn't actually lose the dropship. A little more HP than you might think on those dropships, sir. Holy crap. He could not have tried to die to that storm any harder. And it didn't work. So Happy's going to be tied for the lead here with Savior Sword at 3 apiece. He's got another dropship ready to go. Unload, pick up, go. Nice. That was smooth, Happy. Nothing's intercepting that dropship either. So he's out again. This is awesome. This is some good stuff. Dropship comes in. Picks it up, runs for it. He recognizes that the dropship was very injured. If he doesn't stop running, the Dragoon can't catch him. Okay, so he runs into defense. There we go. 7 Big Crazy, 7. Yeah, we let the players choose their display colors, but it doesn't match up with these colors because Savior Sword never wants to be anything but green. It's not something that he allows. And bonk. Okay, 5. There's the sound. 5 captures for Happy. Flags in the middle. Nobody picks it up on the reset. I mean, technically it belongs to SOS, but he doesn't have any SCVs down here to pick it up. He probably... I hope there's one inside that dropship. That would be nice. And there's not. Okay, so there's just Marines in that dropship. SOS. Again, he said he was happy with his 1 capture. Maybe he was. Maybe he's fine with it. He's just here to, you know, keep other people from getting multiple captures. And he'll just have 1. That'll be fine. Brown is listed as purple. I am orange. And I can't get any captures. So we're just going to fight in the middle here. No. Oh! The dropship died, but the SCV wasn't inside the dropship. Run! He's getting 6 captures. Okay, 1 more capture to go here from Happy. Man, Psychonut, somebody took your plea to stop Savior Sword pretty literally here, huh? Happy is killing it from a Terran perspective. We haven't seen a Terran get this many captures in a row in a while. That is 6. 1 more. That's the alert sound. Alert, alert. Brown is a pacifist. Brown is moving out. Is it too late? Is it too late? Big Crazy trying to send Dark Swarm Lurker up into the siege tank play. Not going crazy well for him. Oh, pick it up. No, he tried to go for the pickup. He missed. The flag is outside. The timer is running. It will be reset back to the middle in 220. Siege tank's going to make it hard for anybody to grab it. Took out the drop ship. What's up, Astrid Arcane? Thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. All right, swinging on down. Save your sword. Gonna get 4 captures here. Happy needs to regroup. Got some lings trying to kill him and whatnot. Save your sword. Gonna get 5 here. And here comes Big Crazy. He's gonna make a bid to control the center here with Ling Lurker. Again, Ultra without DT detection, though. Where are your overlords? He doesn't have overlord speed. He forgot it. He forgot about overlord speed. Pick it up, Big Crazy. Get the flag. Get the flag. Big Crazy. Get the flag. Well, he plagues one of the DTs to reveal it. DT dies, takes the drone with him. I'm not sure that drone was going to try to pick up the flag anyway. Hilariously. Man. So he's got his ultras. He's probably working on overlord speed at this point. But the flag's in the middle. Happy. Basically trying to two-base this thing forever.
Who's this human, Tassadar?
The name's Jim Raynor, pal. And I won't be talked down to by anybody. Not even a Protoss.
Amusing.
What's up, Rod? Hey, Big Crazy did it. He picked up the flag. Go, Big Crazy, go. Run. You have to run. Okay. He's running. Nobody seems to be in pursuit. Big Crazy is not a threat to anybody right now. He has 0 captures. This will be his first. He's massive. He's got a ton of workers and 4 gases he's rolling with. And ultras and lings and nothing much that shoots up. So can't really snipe your dropship if you sneak it on in here is what I'm saying. Okay, purple picks it up. I'm orange. 0 for orange forever. Here we go. He's going to try to pick it up. Oh, he does. And he recognizes the anti-air capabilities are bad for Big Crazy. Comes in with the dropship. Oh, no, you plagued it, but what you going to kill it with? You can't plague it to death. You can plague it to very almost dead. And bam, Happy pulls off an impressive victory here. Nicely done, Happy. Getting like 6 straight caps or something like that. I don't want to say it was 7. Yeah, I don't want to say that was 7, but dude, incredible stuff. Saber Sword killed the most
There
things.
is no shame in defeat, so long as the spirit is unconquered.
That is right. And then resources, Big Crazy on the outspend, but didn't bring any anti-air to prevent people from picking up the flag right up from under his nose. So prediction outcome on red. Happy pulls it off. We got Detroit, Big Wan. Starboy, Ultra, Big Crazy, Save Your Sword. Out in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think everybody generally likes... Everyone here, from what I understand, the people in the lobby do like Old Phantom. Let's give it a shot here. See if we can fill that up. Happy! Yeah, the thing about that map is you get more resources on your bases than other maps. So you can 2-base for a while out there, which is what I think was happening. Worked out crazy good. Ah, Starboy's internet is good again. Hooray, internet. I mean, hooray, beer. Yeah, Save Your Sword says the main base in Retro has triple the mineral mineral count compared to other bases. So that explains a lot. Psychonauts is in. Gallons is talking about my kid in the Discord server. Gave him some advice that was basically, work sucks, just do it and leave. Hey, what's up, Tiny Man Hour? Yeah, Old Phantom is basically Among Us. New Phantom is more of a boss fight, where the Phantoms will reveal themselves early because they're very incentivized to do so, and you gotta kill them while they try to kill you. Among Us is like, I don't know who the Phantom is for usually a long time. One, two, three, four, 5, and 6. Happy doesn't want to play Old Phantom. Big Wan does. Big Wan wants to play an Old Phantom. Happy moves up. Got one more spot. If anybody wants to join in here, again, US West BattleNet. The password is SSak. The name of the game is Falcon Old Phantom. Yeah, Tiny Man, we do that for the last half of the streams. We get people in chat to play with us. It's very fun. Yeah, sounds good, Tiny Man. Do it. Make an account on US West BattleNet if you haven't. What's up, Celio Green? Contraseña? What the heck does contraseña mean? Contraseña. Elementary and intermediate Spanish program that helps students build deeper connections. Schedule a demo. Oh, it also means password. Check this out.
Contraseña.
Contraseña. It means password in English. Look at this. So good. He was asking for the password. Excellent. All right, let's go. All right, Cielo Green, we'll do another game. It looks like Starboy decided to join this one up, so the lobby's full, but we'll do another one after this. We always do a bunch of games on the live streams. Okay. Boom, boom, bottom. Let's put the names in the top left. Big Wan left the game. Oh, no, he says he left the game. Ah, he tricked me. He tricked me good. Big Wan, you scamp. You scamp. Okay, there's that. There's this. There's that. What is today? The 10th? Cool. We're getting closer to Andor Season 2. Very excited for Andor Season 2. I'm wearing my Andor shirt today. You may have noticed. Well, you may not have noticed as well. Good. All right, top left of the map, we got Big Crazy. He was doing great in the last game until he didn't make anti-air. We've got a Magenta Zerg, Starboy. We've got a Red Zerg, Ultra, SCBW, Legend of the Channel. Right side is Big Wan playing Protoss. Savior Sword's also playing Protoss. A Terran down here is SOS. Happy's playing Toss, Yellow. And a purple Terran is Psychonauts. Yeah, Purple, I really liked Black Mirror right up until the episode that had Miley Cyrus in it and there was a happy ending. The reason I liked watching Black Mirror was because it was despair, like condensed into a 42-minute episode every week. Or every episode, and you didn't get that anywhere else. I've never had another show where it was just the point of the show was despair. Like, technology in the future are bad, and we're all screwed. Despair. Kind of liked it. I liked it for that. And then the Miley Cyrus episode happened, and I was like, this is not Black Mirror anymore. And so I stopped watching it. And apparently they keep going. They're on season 6 now or something. But they lost me that day. So is Happy unvisioning people? According to chat, he's not saying anything, and nobody's freaking out. So either they know he unvisions normally, or nobody's noticed he's unvisioning, or he's not unvisioning at all. Oh, it's actually 7 seasons of Black Mirror. Good gravy. Okay. Oh, well, if that's the worst one, Purple, maybe I should give it a shot. Are the most recent seasons of Black Mirror about despair? Or are there other episodes that have happy endings? Because I have plenty other shows that I want happy endings for. Not Black Mirror. They give us 3 seasons of terrible, terrible, terrible emotional devastation. Happy didn't claim. He could be a paladin. Who knows? I need some more water. Gonna step away for a second. Let's do a zoom out here. Kind of keep an eye on Happy and Starboy and these expansions and the middle. Can't zoom out that far. I'll be right back, though. Okay, so nobody appears to be dead in the 60 seconds I was away from my seat. Nobody's dead. Everyone's alive. No crazy aggression here thus far. We don't have a claimed paladin. It's 2-1 mode, which means there are 2 phantoms and 1 paladin out there. The phantoms are trying to kill everybody. They're getting infinite passive income to do it. Freaking Big Crazy took Starboy's natural base, and Starboy's mad about that. So he's going to take it back. That's fine. The Paladin gets a lot of passive income as well, and that is to help the Slayers defeat the Phantoms. But nobody's claimed Paladin, so Happy didn't claim. He could be Paladin. He just didn't want to share that information. That happens sometimes. Yeah, Big Crazy's like, well, can't do anything about that. Have your base back, sir. Starboy's like, thank you very much. He's getting a lair on 2 bases. Are we fighting? I don't know if Big Crazy actually needs to be fighting here. The positioning of this hatchery confuses me. The positioning of this nexus also confuses me. Ah! Brown is coming back in. Maybe? Does he want the hatch? He killed my hatcheries. You took my natural. It's hunters. That's his natural. It sucks, but that's his natural. Rude AF to not be trusting me. Wait, what is going on? Why? This is Ultra, by the way. This is Happy. Happy's yellow. I assumed that red was Happy because he's always red, but he's yellow today. What the heck, man? Big Crazy is pretty much killing Starboy. That's exciting. Happy has declared war on SOS, which is also exciting. We got a couple things going on here. Big Crazy decided to spare Starboy, at least a little bit. Is Savior Sword attacking Big Crazy? And Savior Sword's attacking Big Crazy with probes. But not like with army, because he doesn't have an army yet. He's been extremely greedy. Big Wan says it's definitely Happy because he's being attacked by Happy. Happy says, I agree. He's throwing up cannons here. If it's Happy, he's in a lot of trouble, folks. He gonna die. Ultra's sending some Hydras down, I think, to assist Starboy. Yeah, I'm just going to park him here and assist Starboy against aggression from Big Crazy. But he brought Hydras to a Ling fight, and that's not exactly a great idea. Lings will eat those Hydras up especially. Big Crazy's countering against Savior Sword by going after this Nexus. Yeah. So Psychonaut's main base is gone. He's floated command center into Savior Sword's base. Big Crazy says that it is Savior Sword. I don't know, man. Savior Sword, I think, is just defending Starboy here is what's happening. Pretty sure that's what's happening. So look, this engagement, yes, this is problematic. Big Wen has decided to join the party and fight against Happy. Happy's got a lot of DTs, a lot of High Templar, a lot of cannons. I don't know that he's necessarily feeling like a phantom to me, but he does have a lot. What's up, dude bro, Epic Gamer? Happy Thursday. So let's see. So Big Wen and Psychonauts are aligned in trying to kill Happy. Ultra and Savior Sword and Starboy are aligned in trying to kill Big Crazy. Man, those Hydras backing up those Lings would have been pretty nice. Those Zealots would have been pretty nice. Yeah, Zealots tanking with Hydras and Mutalisks coming in from Ultra too. Awesome stuff, man. Ultra could be the Paladin I'm just saying. Ultra has been quiet. He doesn't know exactly how the roles work. He could have missed the announcement that told him what he was. So Big Crazy is getting hit by 3 separate people at the same time and really shouldn't be able to survive. He's gonna lose this hatch. He's gonna have to fall back into his main where he has nothing. He's got a sunken and a queen's nest. He's gonna try to throw up additional sunkens, but I'm not sure they're gonna be ready by the time this army gets there unless they wait. They bide their time, which they're not doing. They're deciding to head up into that base anyway. He's still trying to take down Happy. Yeah, still trying to take down Happy. Cannon him in a little bit if you can. And Mutalisks and Zealots are pretty good against Zerg. Again, a lot of combinations pretty good against Zerg. Zealot Muta, Zealot Hydra. Starboy's like, yes, kill him. But also, it doesn't look like he's the Phantom. He's just been killing me. Probably not Brown, says Starboy. Well, too late now. He's got to die for his aggression and his crimes against humanity. Now, let's see if Happy can live. He's getting hit by Psychonauts. And SOS is back with a vengeance. We've got detection for all the DTs that he's been building. He's got Dark Archons and regular Archons and High Templar. Big Crazy's going to get knocked out of it. We'll see if he's a Phantom or not. Big Crazy got his own mutas out, but not enough in numbers to really do anything. So his final building is the extractor. Unless he's got an extractor or something hidden somewhere else, that's an elimination. And according to Savior Sword, he's a Phantom. Ha! Big Crazy. Oh no, he did a good job pretending to not be a Phantom, but also was too aggressive, drew the ire of other players, other Slayers, and they took him down. So, man, if it's Happy. SOS says he's a Paladin. Now, like 11, 12 minutes into the game. Weird time to claim it. Purple thinks it's Happy. Big Crazy says, GG. All right, prediction rolling. Let's see. I didn't make anything but Zerglings. Look, if you're going to be aggressive, you're going to put a mark on your back that says you're probably the Phantom. And people are going to kill you just for that. So, Psystorm and DTs and Zealots and Dragoons. Pretty good comp dealing with a handful of tanks. Happy, staying alive. What's up, Alex Z? First live. Welcome aboard. Happy to have you here on a Thursday. Bit later than we usually do these, but that's awesome. Doesn't really matter in the end. StarCraft is StarCraft no matter what time it is. Taking a player's natural is a bit sus. Taking a player's natural, even if you are a Paladin, is a mean thing to do. There you go. Starboy knows what's up. So, Happy's been knocked down to 1 total base. He's got a lot of stuff going for him for someone who's on 1 total base. 2 Stargates, like 8 gateways, more cannons being tossed up all the time. It's a little bit sus. Let's see if he can hold off against the combined forces of pretty much everyone, I guess. Ultra's not involved in this party. It's pretty much just Big Wan and SOS making the move, but a little bit of help would be nice, is what I'm thinking here. Ultra's like, wait, are we killing yellow? I think we had our stocks lessons earlier, YT scene, but I think the lesson that I basically learned a long time ago is don't ever try to time the top or the bottom of a stock market movement. Just invest. Nice, Maelstrom. Invest in your 401k. Let it ride. Make it more conservative as you get older. And then pull from it when you're old. That's how it works. Happy defending. Ooh, little D-Web play here too. Nicely done. Little Corsair action on these mutas. Little missile turret against the Corsairs, which is nice. Wait, was that missile turret in? No, that one was. This one was disabled, so it couldn't fire on anything. Right. Siege tanks firing across the way. Freaking Starboy says, who'd you steal SCVs from? From SOS. SOS seems okay with it. It'd be extremely funny if Happy is not the Phantom. It would be ecstatically hilarious. The chaos that would ensue. The problem is he's got Reaver Tech, Corsair Tech, Dragoon Zealots, Arbiters, D-Web. He's got freaking Dark Archon upgrades and High Templar upgrades. It's a lot for a guy who was on 2 bases and on 1 base now. Who's making carriers off of 3 Stargates with 1 gas. Not great. Not great, Bob. I don't think there's any way he survives this. Ooh, a double Maelstrom. And, the Maelstrom Storm combo on one group of them. The other one group lives, but only because there wasn't enough energy for Storm, I guess. And they fall back. Not happy about that. I'm not sure mutas are what you want to put in this game. Big Crazy's already dead. Leaving the game is not that big of a deal. Play Drum says it could be anyone. Look, if it's not Happy, I'm not going to fall out of my chair. But he's got a lot of signs of being a Phantom. Slowly making progress and killing Happy here. Guardians have arrived from Ultra. Let's go. Get them. Get them with the Ultras. I mean, with the Guardians. Your name is Ultra. It's very confusing. Hydra Guardians. Kind of a fun combo. Psystorm's really good against it, but Psystorm's good against everything, so no big deal, I say. Psychonauts calling the offensive GG into the night. Got Magenta. Got Starboy Ultralisk joining the party. Happy says, well, go get him, Paladin ally. Also, my Phantom ally died before me, says Happy. That's true. Bam. Took him down. Yeah. Again, old Phantom, you're supposed to kind of hide. Supposed to hide for a while. But that's not what happened. Both Big Crazy was aggressive and Happy was aggressive. And when you're aggressive like that, then people go, And then they team up and they kill you. So not the greatest old Phantom of all time. What's up, YH? Sometimes there are some new people here on the night shift. Senor from Canada. let's do random sat micro. We haven't done it for about a week. Let's see if we have a group that can actually take down the CPU for the second time in a year. It's tough. It's a tough challenge. And a lot of it is random, so sometimes it's unfair. But that's okay. Let's see who wants to hop in here. I know Big Man likes to play these things. Oh, Psychonauts tank dropped him. Oh, no. Yeah, again, when you have like 6 people trying to murder you, it's tough. Even if you're a Phantom, even if you have all of that income, it's still really, really, really tough. Yeah, Happy's DTs were great, man. And tanks on hunters is very, very tough for sure. SOS is hoping for a Slayer to Chaos Goblin. That's a good chance. Good chance that can happen. What's up, Rod? How's it going, Turgay? We'll catch you around, man. Thanks for being here. Rod's like, I remember. I remember. We're just going to go against the CPU this time, Big Wan. I don't think we're going to put a human into the computer slot. We're just going to avoid that whole unvisioning, what do we call it? A controversy, as the British would say.
Adjutant online. Good morning, Captain. Our long voyage from Earth is over, and we are holding a stationary position near the borders of Dominion space.
Hey, hey! Thank you for the subscription, Alan. Appreciate it. Getting closer to 68,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is a heck of a big number. And you won a fantasy basketball season without knowing anything about the NBA. Because of ChatGPT. Hot dang. Happy, catch you later, man. I don't think you can unvision the computer. I don't know. Nobody managed to unvision the computer until it was a human in the computer slot, as far as I remember. Big Wan. Not looking good for players tonight on a Thursday. I guess it's not Friday, I suppose. So usually it's a bit later than we usually stream on a Thursday, so maybe people are confused that we're still online here. Yeah, Happy says you can't unvision an AI in a game, so yeah. SOS says he's out on this. He doesn't like this game mode. And what's up, Ephraim? Ephraim's like, come on, let's get the game. I'm eating over here. Well, you know, come to US West Battle.net, create an account, join the Falcon game with the password of sSak. Okay, deal. Yeah, I mean, yes. Weichel 92. The games are pretty open here. This one especially has a lot of spots available. 2 of them even. Alright, let's do Team Micro Arena, a 2v2 then. Or maybe we'll get more people to join in. Just because I think Ultra needs a little bit of some more practice on that one, and he was pretty good at it his first time. So I'm curious to see how he might do in a round 2. YH says, is there a betting app where you bet 5 or 10 players and you get points based on their performance and the ones at the top get prize cash? Yeah, pretty sure that's been done. Not sure if you're being sarcastic or not, but I've seen ads for that thing where you pick player performance. Okay, let's swap out Big Wan for Rod here. There you go. Big Wan and Ultra, Savior Sword and Rod. Dunzo. GLHF, let's go.
Checklist protocol initiated. Checklist completed.
Checklist completed. Okay, top side, we've got Team Red. It is Ultra and Big Wan. It's on the south side. We've got Team Green. It's Savior Sword and Rod working together. So you start off with a Dark Templar down here.
Ready for your sponge bath?
Whoa! Ebster, what the what? Ebster coming through, gifting 5 memberships. Yo, 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 yo. On the YouTubes. Holy crap. Ebster, thank you so much. Who got one? Cheese House, AR, Chinese characters, Michael Anderson, and Black Tweety coming through. Appreciate it, man. Ebster. Can't remember the last time we've seen a gifted sub from Ebster. Maybe the first time. I mean, I know it can't compete with Fubuki, but doing my best out here, I guess. Yeah, they've got gifted memberships on the YouTube as well. Hot dang. Let's take a look. Huh. Good stuff. Hope you're having a great night, Ebster. Guess sometimes when you stream a little bit later, you get more people who are later watchers, like maybe Evie here. And he's gone. Showed up, gifted the subs, and then away into the darkness. Oh, there we go. Evie is here. Post-work Ebster. Absolutely. Okay, gotta stream this late more often, I guess. Nice snipe on the shuttle there. Reaver, obviously, gonna struggle a bit, but Hydra's protecting the Reaver. I like it from Rod. Hiding behind the tree means shots are gonna miss when you're back there. Not Reaver shots as much, though. I don't think. Nice. So who's in the lead here? Looks like Team Fire is doing better in overall kill score, but it's early yet. Very, very early yet. Fubuki isn't streaming, so Falcon's the next best option. I understand. Who's dropping out here? Big Wan. Dropping out here. Gonna spider mine up this little spawning area. Yeah, I love it. I like that a lot. Dang. Well, we got to update the support goal here, obviously. Ebster crushing it for Team YouTube right now. That's $25 total. 5 gifted memberships at the Hydralisk level. Go. He's out there winning. Ah, so bits kind of screw this up. There we go. So YouTube is far out and advanced now in the competition. Yeah, Ebster sounds about right. That's my Ultra here, Ultra SCBW. He's the one that comes through and drops like 50 gib subs at a time. Because he is my oil prince, it would seem. But yeah, Team YouTube is well ahead there for the week. What are we doing on kill score? 7,400 from Big Wan, 4,500 from Savior Sword.
Adjutant online. Good morning, Captain. Our long voyage from Earth is over, and we are holding a stationary position near the borders of Dominion space.
I don't know. Hashim hasn't been here all week, YH. I don't know what happened to Hashim. I hope he's okay. I hope he didn't take it personally that YouTube got their butts handed to them in the competition last week. Because this week is a perfect week to stick it to the Twitch side. Anyway, who is winning? Again, Savior Sword and Big Wan are the two higher APM players here. 8,000 kill score. So once you die, all your units die, you come back here and you choose a new group of units to spawn with. Bam, and here they are. Once you get up to 10,000 or maybe 20,000, you spawn down here. Or is it 15? I can't remember. I think it's 10. We'll try to remember here. That's right, Alex. I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Incredibly. Yeah, this is Rod is attacking the enemy Nexus. As we saw the last time we played Team Micro Arena, attacking the enemy Nexus this early doesn't do you any good. If there are no units to kill, then yes, by all means, attack the Nexus. But if there's any enemy units to kill, kill the enemy units. That's what Savior Sword is trying to give his teammates assistance about. Yeah, I'm honestly terrified of day trading top shelf. I'm never going to do that. I'll show you the growth of my 401k, but that's about it. I am not going to be out here buying and selling socks on the daily. Look at these missed shots. This is good stuff. Hiding behind the tree. Big Wan taking advantage of the foliage on the map, as you're supposed to do. That's why the trees are here. Zealots, however, are melee and do not miss their attacks as a result. And Team Fire coming through, shutting that down big time. 10,000 now for Big Wan. So once he loses these Zealots, I think he'll spawn in the bottom left and get round 2. Fight. Ah, the Lambos. Nope. That's a lot of Lambos if you can't be bothered to drive them all. It's a 3-kill Zealot from Big Wan. Not bad. Don't kill the temp, he says. It doesn't have enough energy. It's wasted space for Savior Sword. Ooh, that's a good call. That's really high-level thinking by Big Wan. Yeah, force him to stay spawned. He's like, well, I'll have enough energy for a storm eventually. Oh, it's 25. Just kidding. I didn't realize it was 25 energy for a High Templar to storm. That's nuts. All right. Rod, picking his group, goes for a Reaver, but there's a Mutalisks out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Where did his last unit go? Yeah, top shelf. I'm not sure there is huge money in Brood War. Like, Artosis is doing really well, right? But outside of him, I'm not sure anybody else is doing that well. Ah, yes, Big Wan. He got into the Ultralist category. This is what we're talking about. They're regular Ultras. They're not Toraskas, but eventually you will earn enough on the kill score to get a hero unit where you can get a Toras. Yeah, man. Ultralisk, 4 kills, 5 kills. Dragoons, though, boom, they say goodbye. So now he spawns in the bottom left quadrant. He's going to go, okay, against that many Dragoons, probably Lings are going to be fine. Bam, spawning a bunch of Lings. 0-0 Lings, but, you know, there are 0-0 Dragoons, so everything is fair. He's spreading them out. He's waiting for an attack here. Oh, Fire Bats and Medics to help with the Lings. Good job, Rod. Good. Recognizing what they're up to. You should, Eevee. I agree. Yeah, what I'm thinking about doing more of is like movie and TV show analysis. Because I watch a lot of movies and TVs, and I'm pretty good at words. So I think I could get a pretty decent viewing talking about movies that have come out, TV shows that are happening. I do that stuff anyway on here, right? So might as well make some more kind of focused content with that. I don't know. Just a thought that I had. Might give it a try next week. Write a script. Artosis is boring and crying. Well, it's working for him. The people love that. Whatever he's doing is fantastic. Big Wan, what you choosing next? He's trying to get into the corner to get siege tanks and vultures and dropships and SCVs. Whoa, that's a big group. You can do a lot with that. Repairing his tank. Vultures against the Lings is great. They try to jump on the siege tank, fail miserably. Then some wraiths come in. Ah, the cloaked wraiths. There's your scan. The mutas are going to fight them. Mutas fight wraiths pretty well as long as they're visible. But also if they're not outnumbered like this. Not great. Rod got some Mutalisks out here too. Savior Sword's at 18-1 kill score. He's going to be at 20 very soon. These wraiths are adding it up. Adding it up for him quite nicely. Siege tank down. This Wraith Muta group is pretty awesome. The siege tanks are like, I guess we'll come down here and try to fight something. Rotten Falcon. Could do. Tanks, shots are missing because you're inside the tree, but that's about it. So, Hero Phoenix, he teleports it over to this teleporter, comes down the left side. It's a little bit early to try to go after the Nexus here with your Phoenix, but he's just hiding it for now. Nobody goes up to the left side, as far as I can tell. That's like a weird area to go. You just kind of go north and south. And then he makes a bunch of Dragoons to fight against the Wraiths and to fight against the Mutalisks too. Did he get a second Phoenix? No, he just teleported this one. So now he's like, okay, the Wraiths recognize the Phoenix here, but there's a scan. Yeah, so mixing in a Phoenix with your group of Dragoons is kind of awesome. Because you have to click on each one manually to figure out which one is Phoenix. And it's this one here doing 250 damage per hit. You can like one-shot a Zealot with that. Oh, scan. Scan, maybe? No? Okay, screw it. It's one Wraith. We don't care. Burning down the shields. Hey, what's up, Michael Anderson? No, this is Team Micro Arena. But you can get a hero every once in a while. Ah, did they kill him? They killed him. They killed Phoenix. No! Phoenix! Yeah, it was EB that gave you a Hydralisk membership. Because EB is awesome. Oh, nice, Alex. Glad you found your way here with Fastest Map commentary. We got a lot of that on Sundays, if you're more of a Fastest Map guy. Was that a Tom Kazansky Wraith? Oh, I didn't even check SOS. Maybe it was, because Savior Sword did have the money for a hero there, so I didn't even check if the Wraith was a hero or not. These are not Warbringers. They're just regular old Reavers, but against Lings and Hydras, that's all you need. That's all you need. Ba-bam! Take that, Goliath. My favorite StarCraft unit, Ebster, is the Ultralisk. What is your favorite unit? Oh, no, don't die because you were attacking. Okay, shoot. Savior Sword. DT's immediate scan. Oh. DT's die for it, but they got the Reaver. No, that guy makes it out with 12 hit points out of the scan radius. It's not a Zeratul or anything. Ooh, Rod got a hero. Rod, let's go. Get a hero. EB's favorite unit is the Goliath. That is a Tom Kazansky parked up here. You're right. Look at him with his 360 hit points. And his name is Tom. From the hit movie Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer. Yes, Purple, we do Big Game Hunters at least once or twice a week out here, too. I think we did one earlier this week, even. Michael loves him some Fire Bats. SDT, once again, not a hero, but he's doing okay for himself. All the shields are gone in the headquarters. Now you got 6,000 hit points to get through when there's 50 armor. DT comes back home. Torask! Get him, Torask. Get him, DT, friend. Don't die, Torask. Don't die to Dragoons. It's not a good fate for you. He's running. Like, screw it. Why do I fight these guys at all? Let's get over this way. Regen our HP a little bit. So injured, though, is the problem. This DT's got only 2 kills, but I feel like he's been doing a lot today. Ooh. Ah! He took out 2 High Templar by himself. And himself. Oh, look. Then he went Ultra Ling with the Torask. So, yeah, Big Wan's basically like, if you don't know it's a Torask, you're not going to target fire it. And it's way more effective that way. I love it. I love it a lot. Can you imagine if in that mission with the Torask in the Terran campaign, in the Brood War Terran campaign, if it was like 8 Ultras and one of them was a Torask? It'd be so much harder to deal with. I mean, adding more stuff to an attack wave just makes it harder anyway, but you know what I mean. It is EB. Tom Kazansky. Doing 60 damage per shot is pretty good against Ultras. Wait, where'd he go? He's sniping Obs. He's like, the Obs are my threat. And he spawned a NORAD too. So Savior Sword's got a hero battle cruiser and a hero Wraith to fight with right now. A bunch of Goliaths are here from Rod as well. Goliath versus Goliath. Archon spawning for Savior Sword and a High Templar too. Not a hero High Templar, just a regular High Templar. Team South looking good right now. 36,000 kill score for Savior Sword. Next closest 27 from Big Wan. The Ultras are sometimes the choice, and sometimes they're not the choice, unfortunately, as we have seen. Well, those Wraiths did not do very well. I think the Hero Templar has extra HP, extra shields. I don't think they get a bigger mana pool. I don't think the Storms hit harder either. Kind of feel like maybe they should, though. Good call. Yamato, the enemy headquarters. That's not a good target for Yamato. Kill a siege tank. You're two-shotting Hydras. Not good enough, says Savior Sword. We're going to go park ourselves on this high ground and fire away on the stuff lower than we are. Here, let's see if we can find the High Templar down here. There he is. He's got a basic attack that does 20 damage as well. So I guess that's a big part of it for Tassadar. Oh, Phoenix takes down the NORAD. Almost dies. Oh, does die momentarily later as Savior Sword shows up with some siege tanks. And Team South setting up siege tank shots on a Nexus that has 50 armor. When you're doing 80 damage, it adds up. That 30 damage play is pretty gosh darn nice. Ah! Lings and Ultras spawning on your tanks unsupported with Mutas. Lings hacking away. Not going to work out for you, but you can't fight the Ultras or the Mutalisks, so you might as well, I guess. Yeah, Team South is looking pretty good, but Team North, you know, got their Ultras, got their Mutas. Ugh, Archons against Ultras can be pretty bad for the Ultralisks, though. That is a Torask, though. Watch out. Watch out. He's doing 50 damage per swipe on his blades. Got him. Tanks spawn to help the Torask. No. Do not chase. Do not chase. Do not chase. Ah, the Psy Storm. Regular High Templar. And I don't know. The Mutas are distracting a little bit. Falls back. 52 kill score. 52,000 kill score from Savior Sword. Yeah, Ultra's down in this bottom right here too. So bigger groups of units. Siege tanks of Big Wan are on the high ground. Tom Kazansky with 11 kills. Plus a little bit of Storm is here to shut this whole thing down. Good job, Tom Kazansky. 13 kills. Battle cruisers operational, but the cloaked Wraith decision from Big Wan. Ah! There's the scan, but look, these guys just dart away. They're quick as can be. And then once the scan is worn off, you come back in and wipe these suckers out. These battle cruisers not getting really all that much value. Not as much as Savior Sword hoped he would get when he chose them anyway. And then he decloaks to kill this one because it doesn't matter. Some damage on the headquarters. Race will take those Reavers out eventually. The Wraiths lost their cloak, I guess. There we go. Nope, they never actually cloaked back up. That was weird. Maybe they just ran out. Entirely, maybe they just ran out. I don't know. Big Wan, 49,000. Savior Sword, 61. Siege tanks. Nice getting a Plague off. Is that a Zax? It is. That's a Hero Defiler. He's got Burrow. He's got 250 energy, 280 hit points. He doesn't have a basic attack. All he can do is toss down a Dark Swarm, which is honestly pretty good when you're fighting against Mutalisks and battle cruisers, as it turns out. Ooh, a Plague on the... Ah, they regen their shields. No, that makes this last so much longer. Team Big Wan regens the shields. You can do it like twice, which makes no sense to me. There's no reason to allow you to regen your shields. It just wastes time. It doesn't help you at all. I mean, probably. I guess maybe sometimes it helps somebody somewhere, but shoo. No, Zax, Burrow. Burrows Axe. Ooh, he plagues the thing. And I think he tried to burrow there, but died anyway. Nicely done, Zax. Got a regular Ultralisk firing away at the headquarters on Team South. Oh, these Ultras getting plagued is such a big deal. Yeah, regular battle cruisers have Yamato. This guy just kicked one off. And then he died for it. So, bottom right selection for the rest of all time until he can figure it out. I assume these are cracklings. Yeah, I feel like they're attacking fast enough to be the cracklings. Siege tank fire, though. Do not care how fast your attack speed is. Wraiths? Finding some dropships to snipe, maybe. Okay, so you sniped the enemy obs. That's a Phoenix, baby. Get out of there. Get out of there. He did not clock that was a Phoenix in time. The thing is, they look exactly like regular units the heroes do in this game. With the exception of Kerrigan, which nobody's chosen yet. Kerrigan is by far the best hero in this because she can cast Ensnare, Consume, and Storm, and she can Cloak, and I think she can Burrow too, which is nuts. Yeah, ASL's been a lot of fun for sure. Yeah, Alex. Glad to hear it. I'll see if I can do like a review of Black Bag for next week or something. Savior Sword says GG. Starboy says Phoenix is OP. And GG. Got the Nexus. Phoenix was up there. We missed it. We were talking about other stuff, but yeah, Savior Sword got a Phoenix up behind the enemy Nexus and took it out. So GG. Team Savior Sword gets that win. All right. Who do we got out here? Detroit, Psychonauts, RJB, Baby T-Rex, Big Wan, Savior Sword, Ultra, and Starboy. I'm going to just throw up a Big Game Hunters. I've had a couple people ask about that over the last couple days. So, you know, whatever the people are asking about, sometimes we'll get around to doing that. Yeah, I think we did one on Monday, maybe? So let's go regular old Big Game Hunters here. It's a snow version. I think Dead made it for us. Some of the water up north is ice, so you can land tanks on it, and marines and lurkers and stuff, and hydras, which is very fun. And then it's all water down to the south, but it's snow everywhere. Thematically appropriate. Alright, T-Rex, Savior Sword, SOS, Rod, Ultra, Psychonauts, Big Wan. And where is our RJB? RJB is in the lobby, or somebody impersonating RJB is in the lobby. Sometimes that happens. RJB, where is RJB? Sniff, 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 sniff. All right. RJB is on his way. RJB is on his way. Savior Sword is being supportive of Rod's first time in a Big Game Hunters. That's exciting. Hey, what's up, Johnny? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Channel member Johnny, Super Chatter Johnny. Big supporter of the channel, Johnny. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Late where you are. Ultra's like, I'm back after 2 decades, man. 2 decades of not playing StarCraft. That's what's great about StarCraft, is it's here for you. Whenever you're ready to come back, it'll be here.
Ready for your sponge bath?
Speak of the devil, Johnny comes through, gifting 10 Falcon memberships. Holy crap. Evie, Paul Robertson, Zeroable, Patrick Montague, Ara, Austin, Radiant Marcher, Fat Sea Turtle, Smarty Saw, and Wally Saurus. So Evie coming through big time. Wow, Johnny coming through big time. Now Evie gifted 5 subs and is the recipient of a sub himself. How nice is that? Did RJB join in? He did. Let me update our super chat goal with that insane play. Wow. YH is getting sassed back by Chat GPT these days. That's funny. I don't know. Are you being sassy first, YH? That's usually how it works in my experience. So that's going to be 10. Holy crap. Let's update the goal here. YouTube is now sitting at 100. Rock on. Dude, Red Dimension is crushing it this week. I think they lost some pride after getting smooshed so hard last week on the Purple Dimension with Ultra and just came out and said, yeah. All right. Team South is way stronger than us here. Okay. We'll put RJB out with Rod. There you go. T-Rex, SOS, RJB, Ultra and on Rod on the same team is probably a bad idea. So let's do that. I only attacked you in the Phantom yesterday to avenge Detroit. I don't know, YH. Sounds like maybe we're approaching the... What's it called? The singularity, where AI becomes self-aware. And they start getting snarky. Alright, 4v4, Big Game Hunters, let's rock. Let's riggedy rock. Yeah, EB's talking smack about the Purple Dimension now. You hear that, Twitch? When EB's talking smack, you know you're in trouble. Also, EB has access to the member emotes now. That's great. All right, what do we got here? It's just a mess. Some people are isolated. Some people are by friends. Hard to tell the difference. Top left, we've got Big Wan playing Protoss. His teammate in the top right is Baby T-Rex playing Dazergs. We got Rod, GB3000, playing Toss in the bottom right. Psychonauts is also playing Toss in the 6 o'clock. Team 2, RJB, spawned as Terran. He probably came in as random. He's orange. SOS is a Terran who is playing blue. We got Savior Sword Protossing in the bottom left. And then Ultra over here playing Dazergs. So we've got an isolated Big Wan up here. And then a fairly isolated SOS at the 3 o'clock. Commentary on Black Mirror? I don't know, man. Like, my commentary on Black Mirror is they had a happy ending episode in season 3, and I'm kind of out on it now. I don't think it's nearly as good as it used to be in seasons 1 and 2. But I mean, I don't know. You can't have incredible ideas forever. You're going to run out eventually. Sounds good, Ultra. Yeah, Black Mirror came out with season 7. Or it's coming out soon? Can't remember. Somebody was talking about Black Mirror coming out soon. Purple says season 3 is the best one. Is that the one with the Miley Cyrus happy ending singer girl? Like everything's fine at the end? I just remember watching that and it gets to the end and I was like this with my face. What? This is not Black Mirror. This is ridiculous. Why is not everybody like being crushed by a sense of existential dread? What happened out here? Was that a season 5 episode? Oh, right. Hold on a second. Miley Cyrus, Black Mirror. Rachel, Jack, and Ashley too. That's the one. It is in... Holy crap, it's in season 5. You're right. Why did I think it was season 3 all this time? Okay. Never mind. I've been talking smack about season 3. My apologies. I apologize to season 3 and 4, who I've been talking crap about. I did not mean to do it. So, yeah. No, I loved every episode of Black Mirror until that one. So if we got all the way to the end of season 5, that's pretty good. I mean, 5 great seasons of TV is fantastic. Yeah, Alex says 6 is worse. I haven't watched. I can't say it, but I felt we were going in the wrong direction with that Miley Cyrus episode. Baby T-Rex is picking on SOS over here. Did not get a bunker up and got early pooled by Baby T-Rex. Classic maneuver. Oh, gosh. The SCVs, though, they're fighting. Another Marine would be good. A bunker would be nice, too. He's got the money for a bunker. He's fighting these lings. Marine! Okay. Bunker. He's getting a bunker. These lings, there aren't that many of them. Looks like he's worried about getting counterattacked, so he did invest in a sunken. And he's got a macro hatch coming in, too, so some aggression here for sure. Alex says Season 7 is a return to form. I sure hope so. RJB. All right. So, Team Baby T-Rex wins.
I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy.
Not happy. Let's try it again, this time without RJB. And see if we can get an actual game going. That would be nice. If we have to do a 3v3, so be it. Hey, Darren. Darren's like, can we get a fastest map today? The people, that's what the peoples want. Maybe so. Ultra's like, I don't know what lag there was. No, these are live, Darren. You can tell these are live because we don't have a production tab. Where did Big Wan go? I thought we'd have enough for a 3v3 here. Rod Pop, there you go. Rod and Big Wan are here. Good. All right, so then we move SOS over there. Oh, wait, and then Baby T-Rex swapped over at the same time. Okay, Savior, Ultra, Baby T-Rex, Rod, Big Wan, SOS. Baby T-Rex says, I'm being Terran. I'm not going to do that. Oh, okay. All right. Protoss, Terran. Zerg, Protoss, Terran. Sounds good. Let's go. EB, I would say I feel about lip filler the same way I feel about all plastic surgery. If you can tell, that it's plastic surgery, then it sucks. And if you can't tell that it's plastic surgery, then it's amazing. So if I can tell someone's had plastic surgery to give themselves lip filler, out. But if I can't tell they've had plastic surgery to give them lip filler, then does it matter? I don't think it does. That's my take. All right, 3v3. Oh, nicely done. Kind of split top, right, bottom, left here. Top side, we got Ultra. He's back playing Zerg. His teammate right next door is SOS. Then we have Savior Sword on the right side playing Savior Sword colors. Team 2 is Baby T-Rex Terran this time. Can't make early lings. We got Big Wan playing Protoss. And then we have Rod playing Protoss. Kind of isolated. Kind of hard for people to get out there and support him if he gets attacked. So we'll see if anything happens along those lines. But let's go. Team Savior Sword versus Team Baby T-Rex. There it is. What's up, Vincent? What's up, Excel Inferno? Good evening. We got big game hunters here. It's like, why does 3 have so much space? I mean, kind of the same thing for 9. 9 has a ton of space, too. It's big game hunters. It's got fairly big mains going on. Ultra's going for a pool. About a 9 pool there. Seems good. Top name guy is Ultra, EB. And all that could have been. But again, it's like Westworld. If you can't tell, does it matter? So yeah, if you can tell someone has fake eyelashes, I'm out. But if you can't tell, they can still have fake eyelashes and they're great, right? It's just a matter of what you can tell. Darren wants more salt. We could get some. What's up, Cheese? How's it going, Cheese? Cheese, senor. Psychonauts is not taking the blame for the lag. Not today. And I mean, just that line in Westworld has stayed with me so much over the years. I think it applies to a lot. It applies to robots. It applies to AI. It applies to AI art. And AI, I mean, AI produced anything. If you can't tell that it was AI that made a thing, then does it matter that AI made the thing? How do you determine it? How do you boycott AI stuff because it sucks if you can't tell that it's AI stuff? That's the future we're looking at here. What's up, Dan? You just have to murder the robot, says Psychonauts. Well, yeah, but again, if we get to the point that you can't tell who is a robot, then what do? You can't tell a human from a robot. Impossible to tell. Makes it tough, huh? Then you just kill everyone, says Psychonauts. Well, I'm sure some people will reach that conclusion once we get to that point. Anyway, got a bit of zealot pressure coming in from Big Wan against Savior Sword. It is... Is this Rod? Rod's here too? What's up, Rod? Cool. So Savior Sword's like, quick, forge, quick, cannons. I tried to tech up too fast and I'm getting hit. Assist. SOS, come help me. There you go. Savior Sword now calls for help. Baby T-Rex has some stuff he could send as well. I haven't seen the movie, Dan, and I haven't read the book, but I have watched the HBO TV show. At least until it started to suck. Season 1 is amazing. Westworld Season 1 is truly fantastic. After that, it kind of loses its way, but again, nothing gold can stay. Nothing great stays forever. Savior Sword got DTs out. Ah. And suddenly he's okay. Suddenly he's doing great. He's hacking away on these zealots. They can't kill his cannons. There's a DT here. Zeratul has joined the party. I mean, they can't help with these cannons, but he can keep himself alive, at least for now. Ultra. Counterattacking. No, defending? Yeah. Defending his teammate SOS against a bunch of zealots coming in from Big Wan. Zerglings, fight him. Buffer for the Marines. Nice. That's what we're talking about. Pop, 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 pop. What are you talking about, Psycho Nuts? Psychonauts is just saying words. That's okay. Sometimes we do that as humans. We just say words. Baby T-Rex decides it's time to head up this way because Savior Sword can't help and try to take down a guy with siege tanks and bunkers. So Lings. Rah! Siege tank. Fall back. Lings are buying you some time. Fall back. Get behind the line. Siege up. Fall back to the bunker. I hope there's something in the bunker. That would be really nice. Repair the siege tank. They're firing down the factory here. Good attack by Baby T-Rex. He can't make Lings, so he's going to make Marines. That's the second best thing. Siege tank is sieged up, though. Okay, starport is canceled. Zealots from Big Wan are here, too. Jumping on the tank. Repair, repair. No, I don't know if the repairing actually happened there. But the bunker's putting in some work here, too. I don't know how many Marines are in it. And Rod's over here as well. Ultra, assist. He's got Hydras, Savior Sword, assist. Do you have shuttles or anything? He's got High Templar already. Might have been taking up a little bit too fast for this game. Yeah. SOS, the bunker that could. The little bunker that could keep him alive for now. Here comes Ultra. He's fighting, but Zealots and Marines pretty good against Hydras, especially if they don't have upgrades, and I'm not sure that they have upgrades, and there's also no micro, which doesn't help. I'm not sure it would have helped, actually, if there was micro here. I don't know if they were going to do a lot against these Zealots, but, I mean, micro against slow Zealots with medic support, though. Oh, no. This guy's a monster. Oh, well, he's dead now, but the medic was helping a lot, so... Actually, not a lot of paying attention up here. A lot of macroing going on, I assume, back home for these guys. Yeah, more Marines being produced. Oh, there's a Savior Sword got a DT into Baby T-Rex's base. He's got 5 kills. He's hacking away. So that's where he sent his DT, was into Baby T-Rex's base, which distracted him so that Rod and Big Wan and Baby T-Rex weren't able to kill SOS, at least not right now. So nobody's dead here at 8 minutes, which is good. Good stuff. Rod's got 2 bases rocking. His APM's not high, but he knows what he's all about. Ultra's 1 basing, but it is Big Game Hunter, so we'll be okay. SOS calls out, I've got ComSat scans available in case you guys are getting hit by DTs or something. Baby T-Rex says, let's take down Savior Sword. He's got DTs. You should warn him that there are DTs so that they bring detection with them. I don't know. Savior Sword's out on the map with High Templar and Dark Templar. Who needs anything but High Templar and Dark Templar is what I always say. Ah, get them, Zeratul. I like how ratty their capes are. It's one of my favorite things about the design. They're like, we don't care about looking awesome. Well, it is kind of awesome. We don't care about looking neat and prim and proper. We have capes, but they're ratty capes with holes in them. Like, what's the thought process there? Because capes are kind of ostentatious as they are. And you're a Dark Templar. You're invisible all the time. Why are you wearing a cape? Just to look awesome, right? So it's just this, like, pretentiousness that is pretending to be not pretentious by having them be ratty capes. It's kind of an interesting mixture of philosophies there. Savior Sword's got Reavers, too. Savior Sword's trying to do all of the stuff here today. He's got Reavers, High Templar, Dark Templar, Zealots, Dragoons. I'm surprised he doesn't have any carriers yet. My goodness. I'm trying a little bit too much. But he's alive, and he's helped defend his teammates too, so I can't complain about it too much. He's getting away with it, and therefore, 2 thumbs up. Alright, Hydras have upgrades now. They got speed. They got range. They're going to bust Savior Sword out of this natural contain. Love that for him. Finally. Excellent. Meanwhile, he's going to try to drop on someone. Going to pick on Rod over here. Poor Rod. Again, far away from his teammates. Very alone today, but that's all right. Don't. Reaver drop. The cannon taint is broken. The Reaver drop. Get the cannon. Get the cannon. Shoot, you dummy. Okay, one more shot on the cannon. And, no, he died, but he got the cannon. Aw, this is a good game. This is a good 3v3. A little bit of lag, but people are sticking through it.
Ready for your sponge bath?
They're fighting through it. Draco! Holy crappenzola. Coming through, gifting 5 tier 1 subs out here. Happy gets 1. Nimo Noom gets 1. Nice. Maelstrom Monk, OMC, Ritzy, and Dreamore Memory. Yeah, that's right. W, big W. Thank you, Draco. We got the Twitch side of things is showing their pride here. Let's update that one. Bam. Moving up. Moving up. Getting closer. Getting closer. I don't know who Starboy's talking about getting lured. Ah, thanks, Draco. Glad you're enjoying the content. It is a lot of StarCraft and then some Secret of Mana these days. What is... Ah, these tanks are firing across into Savior Sword's base. They can hit that assimilator? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Nobody's 100 supply yet, but Big Wan and Rod are both at around 80 or 90 supply, which is good. I like what we're seeing here from Rod. Dan. It's a hard game. It is. But if you practice enough, you can defeat the computer without cheat codes. You can beat the campaign without cheat codes, I promise. Baby T-Rex calls GG? What does that mean? GG. It's like, I've killed your second gas. What are you going to do now? That's a great question. Ooh, yeah, Allbrand. Ha! Enzo. I should play the StarCraft campaign at some point here. Maybe just spend a week streaming and only play the StarCraft campaign. Could be fun. Baby T-Rex kind of sticking with Marines and Medics a little bit too long, possibly. With the Archons and with the Psystorm and with the Zealots and stuff. Don't know about that. He is into tanks, but he's still producing off of his barracks. I don't feel great about that one. Big Wan is floating some probes out here at his third base as he is expanding out this way because, hey, nobody else is in this corner. I might as well take it for myself. Ultra's still on one base, and Megan Hydras, he needs a second base. I don't know. He's got a bunch of Hydras out here with Zealots. Are they going to try to hold the center? Possibly. Big Wan shows up with Speedlots and Dragoons. They've got +1 attack. But Archon's kind of tanking while Hydras sit back and do damage. Again, great combination. This is why we play the team games on the channel. It's because they're fun. So when do you ever see Archons tanking for Hydralisks when they're fighting against Zealots and Dragoons? Never. You never do. It's very interesting. Okay, we're at 15 minutes. Nobody's dead yet. I really wish that Ultra would take a base. I do. Like, Sunken up with it, Lurker up with it, do what you gotta do. But Ultra being on one base right now, especially as the lone Zerg on the map, is concerning. Save your sword. Tell Ultra to take a second base. Like, top left. Save your sword's listening to the stream. Yeah, Allbrand, that Magna Bellum thing. Really interesting. Baby T-Rex is just going mass siege tank against Savior Sword. And dropping inside his main with aforementioned siege tanks. And his main Nexus is in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure if Ultra was reading the chat, but he's got Mutalisks now, which are definitely going to help. Purple, catch you later, man. We'll be back tomorrow with more StarCraft. Check it out. About the same time as today. A little bit earlier, I guess. Oh, SOS should also take a second base, too. Yes, agreed. Yeah, Savior Sword gonna lose his main Nexus. His main army is out here. Rada has a Reaver Dragoon Zealot army that's kind of amazing. Rod knows what's up here, guys. These Mutalisks of Ultra need to come down and save the main base of Savior Sword. They can kill these tanks. I know they can. But I think they're really worried about this concerted push of Big Wan and Rod coming from left to right into Savior Sword's base. This is looking tough for the Savior Sword. Savior Sword is willing to call a GG here. Let's see if the rest of the team is going to do it as well. Savior Sword just leaves. SOS battles too. That's a GG. So that is a win. Dude, Rod kind of killing it. 50, 60 APM, but you don't need that much to play Protoss and have a good army. Nicely done. Baby T-Rex out there as well, under 100 APM, crushing it. Big Wan outproduced everybody. Outkilled everybody too. Savior Sword was right there with him. Baby T-Rex killed the most buildings. Savior Sword was there. Big Wan outspent everybody. Rod was right there with him, though, in second place. Nicely done, Rod. 60 to 191 APM, but the outspend. Woo, looking good. So good teamwork there, and good expansions as well for the winning team. Team Baby T-Rex. All right, that's it for the stream today. That has been about 4 hours of StarCraft for your Thursday or Friday, depending on where you are.
There is no shame in defeat, so long as the spirit is unconquered.
That's right, Savior Sword. No shame in defeat as long as the spirit is unconquered, and it is unconquered here today. So, major crazy thanks to the support today. Doing great, both on the Twitch and the YouTube dimension. We got Draco gifting 5 Tier 1 subs. Got 100 bits from Darren. Got another 100 bits from Astrid Arcane. $20 super chat from Footbolero. Holy crap. Bovine resubbed at Tier 1 for 22 months in a row on, well, 31 months on YouTube and 22 months on Twitch, which is crazy from Bovine. Loving that. Got 1,000 bits from Phil, and then we got a bunch of gifted subs on YouTube from Ebster and Johnny Matchell. Ebster, 5 Hydralisk memberships were gifted, and then Johnny, 10 Hydralisk memberships were gifted. So we're talking about some kick butt support here today. Great for a Thursday. We're back tomorrow for a Friday. Be here or be square. Love you all. We'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good one. GG Rod, especially. GG Big Wan. Really crushing it out there. Nicely done. Good macro, good micro. All right, we're going to raid a channel and go say hey to them for Falcon. If you want more StarCraft, we can do that. Cross is streaming. Let's hit Cross. Bam. There's the raid. Love y'all. Check out Falcon Paladin Plays, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.